Hit that like button. We got 70 likes. We was in from last night. What a beautiful time to be alive. Ain't no use to being asleep. Right now, it's what's up? It's 7/8/2022. What the fuck is you doing today for your brain to elevate? Press 1. They mad at me. I'm getting emails from the Democrats. Press 1. Your class too long and boring. Press 1. That's because your brain ain't adapt. Press 1. That's because your brain ain't jump started yet. Press 1. You can start a 1987 Caprice, but you can't jump start your brain. You can't put no rims on your brain. Press 1. You can't put no rims on your brain. You can turn the volume up on rap, but you can't turn the volume up and your frequency up on your brain. That's your problem. Always want to have fun. Always want to have fun. What a beautiful time it is to be alive. The American Deception, the Fall of Black Nobility, Part 3. Press 1. The fall of the royals. Press 1. And you are freemen. Press 1. Sovereign ordained by God. Oh yeah, y'all don't believe in God. Press 1. Oh yeah, they don't believe in God, so they not appear to the law. They criminals. They outlaws. Press 1. Remember they don't believe in God. Hit the like button. Shout out to my man Jason Harris. You the man, King. You the man. You the man. This program this morning sponsored by Jason Harris. Shout out to Jason. Early morning coffee. Shout out to you, my brother. It's a beautiful time to be alive. You guys don't worry about 80s baby in the chat room. They need some attention. They upset. They upset. Don't block them. Don't block my trolls. Leave them there. Leave them there. Leave them there. They find more humor in having fun every day. That's cool though. But shout out to my man Jason Harris though. Why you having fun? Keep having fun. We're going to keep dropping this hot fire every day. Knowledge on fleek. Forget your toes. Forget your spandex. Knowledge on fleek. Press 1. We at that level at this place right here, consciously and on a different frequency, as they say. They can't even jump up here. So all you can do is look at them as they walk around the YouTube street, Carroll University, looking inside the classroom, wishing they was having fun. Press 1. Fun and truth and knowledge. No other YouTube page have this much fun and truth. You know, so I appreciate y'all. That's facts. I leave my phone lines open for them to get that little democratic behavior out. They afraid. All they want to do is play all day. We talking about uncovering the biggest deception of all time. We talking about you. With you going to sleep right now is like the biggest mistake that you can do. So don't fall asleep. I'm not here to say black people ain't waking up, because they are. They having an issue with putting things together, but they've been waking up for quite some time. The Lord been with us for quite some time. Press 1. So, I mean, whether you waking up slow or whatever, wherever you at, that's why I tell people, don't let my meanness stop you from asking questions and learning. That's on you. Don't let getting blocked stop you from calling in and asking the right questions so we can answer them to the best of the ability. A lot of people doing research and a lot of people ain't. A lot of people sitting back watching and just pressing 1. That's their prerogative. A lot of people sitting back, they just watching. Let them watch on for forever and don't take part. That's on them. It's only so far you can go mentally if you're not expressing yourself. That's what that song say. Express yourself so you can get better at it. You know, so you can get better at it. Ain't no sense to taking it all in. That should drive you crazy. You got to express yourself. You got to get it wrong to get it right. Press 1. So it's a blessing just to have people here listening to just great information. Shout out to Rashida. Blessings to you, Queen. Shout out to you, Rashida. Yeah, hit that like button as you make your way into class. Best information you're going to find out there. We moving on to part 2. But before we move on to part 2, I want to open up my phone lines. And again, like I did yesterday, if you got any questions regarding this information as far as this classroom and learning, 424-209-9506. I'm not in your personal life and why your life is messed up. I'm not there. It's because you messed it up. That's why. I'm not here. If you want to go to Kev Gill's counseling class, let me know. Press 1. Let me know. I'm gonna see how much counseling professors get paid for you to cry on my shoulder and tell me why you ain't grew up mentally yet. Fine. I'll take it. Fine, if that's what you want to do, do not trouble me on my show. It's too positive, too much information. I want to ask the classroom, have you guys been out there studying what the lady was calling the preamble? People hitting me up. Kev, what's the name of that book? That's one day in my class. What's the name of the book? Oh yeah, Kev Rowe put your ass on blast. Press 1. What's the name of that book? You don't need no book unless you know what's going on. We need to know what the preamble is. Press 1. So we got to understand this, not understanding too far ahead, and there is no child left behind. That's why I tell you, for the children that is left behind. Press 1. Yesterday we was talking about Mortimer. Press 1. Mortimer. Any questions? People was in my classroom. Any questions? You want to break it down for the rest of the students that wasn't in the class? Press 1. Do you know what this stuff means in law and in storytelling? You see, they got a double-edged tongue like a snake. This one is working its magic right on you like Mickey Mouse. Please call it in.
Unknown caller.
Do not type no answers in my chat room or you're getting blocked. Press 1. Coffee and Kush TV, you on the air.
Respect to you and what you're doing. Press 1 all day.
What's up, champion? What's your name? Where you calling from, brother?
I'm Elvis Rosenberg. Big Elvis, the chef Rosenberg, calling from New York.
What's up? Shout out New York. What's up?
Nothing much, man. I just wanted to know you are appreciated in what you're doing. You open up my wife's eyes. She's on your show heavy, Latasha Jordan, and I just wanted to
before you say that, shout out to Latasha Jordan for introducing her man to the road. Did she introduce you to the road, or she just like, damn, this is a lot of knowledge? Did she show you what?
We found you together about a year ago. We haven't really listened, but when that Hassan Campbell thing came up, we got reintroduced to you. I walked away, but she's been there every day since. So, you know.
Yeah, welcome back, sir.
You got
welcome back,
you got
sir.
The juice now.
Don't go nowhere, sir. Don't leave, sir. Don't walk away. I'm telling you, bro. Don't walk away. I know sometimes we get oh man, he ain't talking about shit. Or it's always something to be discussed on the show, bro. You see this American deception, the fall of black nobility in America. King George, Colonel George put the information put down like this. What you think about this?
Well, honestly, I gotta keep. I'm not 100% up to speed, man. Not as much as my wife is, but I do know that recently you had posted something about them changing a church with a new date on the church. Something that I've been saying for years is that these churches they claiming is 150 years old is really 700 years old, and I was really impressed by that.
Well, that's backward. You know, they
did I get it wrong?
The churches. Wait, say that again. What you say? No, I'm just saying that I'm just saying that they added 1,000 years. So if they added that to the church and made up a whole story, these churches, that it's not really about the church. It's more like the time frame. These churches go back hundreds of years.
Hundreds.
Yeah, hundreds.
Can I say something?
Of course.
I don't want to interrupt, but if you were to like look up old churches, because you know how this whole climate change, they keep trying to promote climate change. If you look at all the old churches on the internet, they got churches up where all the snow was at, and they have like only thing left standing is the church. Because I told people, like, you know, all the people would come around the church and they would build their homes around the church. The church would be the strongest structure. And these churches are like 600, 700, 800 years old, but they're trying to say they're only 150 years old. And it's like, now that, you know, a lot of the stuff is melting, and people are, you know, people like to have those drones and stuff like that. They're taking cameras of structures that are old churches, like in Russia and Yugoslavia and all these places that were really, really freezing cold. They're throwing out now, and what's popping up is that people actually live there, and they're trying to only
what
say
that got to do with the American
years.
Deception, the fall of black nobility in America? Relate that to what we're talking about here on this show right now. I love to hang out with the melting churches in Yugoslavia or wherever that is. I'm more focused on the American deception and the fall of black nobility. You see how I start talking about George Washington, and you said, no, not familiar. Right. And you start talking about Yugoslavia and Ukraine, that's a no-go. Right. That means you're not a student here. That means you really not following. Yeah, maybe you should talk to her, and she'll tell you exactly what I'm talking about. This is about the laws.
Yeah, she's up to speed more than I am. She's up to speed.
Of course. This is about the laws right here in America, in the Supreme Court, and what this whole system and the lie and the whole entanglement. So we'll get to Yugoslavia later on in the century sometime. Right. Right now, we right here. Tell me something about what we talking about. Tell me something about what we talking about.
All right, my bad. What I would say to that is that I would correlate that to say that here in America, we're being lied to the same way about our history. They're claiming that
you're not a student of mine. I said, ask a question. You haven't been going here. I see you in a minute. Back of the classroom, sir. Press 1. His mind frame. Press 1. He wants to teach something and keep going around and going around and go this way and go that way. And we know that already, sir. Well, have you been staring at the wall, sir? You months in the back of the line, way back there. Press 1. I'm at the front. It takes some time for the bullhorn sound to make it all the way 3 miles to the back where you at. You probably just got the call from 3 months ago. That's how far back you is. You know how sound travel? You probably so far back, it just hit you. Press 1. Right now. What did he say? 3 months ago. We've been past that, sir. See, that's why you got to come to class. Anybody got any questions pertaining to what we've been discussing about yesterday? Did he say anything about yesterday?
Shame.
And that's what I'm saying about Bungalow 54. Shame. Press 1. You're not doing, that's a sense of magic. It's called retardation. You're not doing that here. That's called ADD. When somebody asks you something and you veer that way.
Unknown caller.
You're not doing it. Staying right here. Cab Road, the urban conservative. Coffee and Kush TV. You on the air.
Good morning, Professor. This is Danielle Monique. I'm calling from the Bay.
Shout out to the Bay and Danielle. What's on your mind?
Good morning, class. I did have a question, but first, I know that you were asking me about the preamble.
Yeah.
Did you want me to address that first?
Of course. Of course. I asked. The other guy just ran away. He was talking about some other stuff. But Here we are. Well, I'm glad the sisters know how to keep the brothers on track. That's why y'all graduate more. Y'all go to school because y'all more in depth with the question. Y'all use your logical side more than our own men. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yesterday, when we were discussing the preambles, they are estates. Is that correct?
Talk about it. There's no correct or wrong. We're figuring it out together.
Okay.
We're walking. We're selling. We're figuring it out together. Go ahead. Just flow.
Okay. I do know that the liberty is in the preamble. If we are saying that the preambles are estates, and we learned yesterday that estates are states, then I know that you also asked in class how many preambles are there, and that would be 50 if there are 50 states.
How many preambles would there be originally if they wasn't all over the place?
So it's funny that you asked that, because then that would go back to the colonies, right?
Yes.
Like 13 colonies, like you say, right?
Yes.
So it's really funny that you said that, sir, because this morning I was watching the video from yesterday. When I got to the timestamp, to be exact, 2 hours and 51 minutes, when the lady in the video was discussing the Magna Carta,
Yes.
she mentioned during that specific timestamp, she said 12 colonies.
Yes.
She didn't say 13.
That's
she said
crazy.
12.
Oh, wow. So they made themselves a 13 tribe. Go ahead.
They made,
Oh, my goodness.
Yes,
you caught.
sir.
That's what I'm talking about. Just flow,
Yes,
sister.
sir. Yes, sir. And I couldn't wait for your phone line to
Oh, my
open,
goodness.
because I wanted to ask this in the Discord, but I wanted to call because, like you said, this information is too important. And I don't want to just spend time just typing.
Yes.
I wanted to really ask you
Yes.
if that is the case, if there were originally 12 colonies, and then obviously relating
I
that
can
back
say
to the
this.
Bible.
I can say this. I can say this. I didn't even catch that by her. I'm happy that you caught it. See, because I know it's just testimony from here on out. We're not doing nothing but revealing the truth. So you catching that just made me myself get so excited, because that would further prove scripture to be correct and more up to date, more modern than ancient.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Yes, sir. And if it is the 12 colonies, like they say, then that would mean that obviously another point of the Bible being true, of the 12 tribes. So that is even more, in fact, proof that that is our estates that are being scattered around. If that is the 12 tribes and the 12 colonies. And I'm trying to figure out which colony was the quote-unquote 13th. I don't know if it was Rhode Island or if it was Georgia.
I think the 13th colony will be the corporation.
Ah.
I think that's how they etched themselves is. That's the only way it could be.
That makes sense.
That makes sense, don't it?
That makes sense.
It made the corporation something dead come alive and place those in captivity, like in debt or dead. Place them under the Dead Sea. Which brings me back to Mortimer, which means Dead Sea. It's a boy's name, and it means Dead Sea.
Right. Even that word, because I was researching how many different words have that root of the Moor, and then of course you think of Moors, right?
Right.
And it's like, okay, well, Moors, that's the same difference of how they labeled us black. That's death. So
well, yeah, because you were
black.
under the structure of the king and the church at the time, so you would be the Moor, not a foreigner, or you would just our firstborns would be operative of the church. whether they would be military branches or branches of government that dealt with law. Those will be your Moors, and they traveled out to other nations. They can. It's like the bar, but
yes,
they took that and named it the bar. But go ahead.
I just had to call in about that one particular piece. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself because I got a lot of notes and I get a little excited. I couldn't wait until you came back to the Discord yesterday to start asking us the questions because I really wanted to make sure that I had the correct understanding. But just saying thank you to you, that's an understatement. The information that you're revealing to us, I mean, we're all privileged to be here. So thank you.
Well, thank you.
I'm going to sit back down. I don't want to jump ahead. I wanted to ask you that about the 12 colonies. So thank you.
That's
okay.
insane. Yes. Thank you so much.
All right.
That's crazy. So she caught that. See, now you go back, check the timestamp. We go back and listen to what she was saying, and boom. That lady knows. She's a gatekeeper. And I think all people know, and except us. I think everybody knows who we are, and I'm proving it. I'm not just saying everybody knows who we are. No. I'm proving everybody
Unknown
knows
caller.
who you are but you. You are God's people. That catch right there, that's that Nipsey Hussle shit right there. That's that diamond I'm looking for right there. That rose that grew from concrete right there. That foundation, you feel me? Y'all tripping. 424-209-9506. See, that's a woman who understands how important paying attention is. It's valuable. Her mind is on it. A man should not be telling me about castles in Switzerland and in Norway, in the mountains where Count Dracula lived. Press one.
Unknown caller.
I want to know what she talking about. And see, that's what a lot of our brothers got to get to. And that's why a lot of our sisters be in the front lines, because our brothers got ADD. Coffee. Coffee because you want to air it.
Nah, you good. Good morning, Kev. Good morning.
What's up with you, Chad?
I just wanted to ask you a question.
What's your name? Where you calling from? You in front of the class?
Terrence Tyler down here, San Diego, man. I called in yesterday.
What's up?
I just wanted to tap in and let you know I'm doing some research. I was checking in on your old videos, and I seen that you was talking about the pathway to nationalization for the citizens, and you mentioned that people had to join the military for 4 years. And I also heard you say that might be a specific method for our young men who get involved in gang banging or killing and all that shit, so that they can get that energy out of them. So if our family was in the military prior to now, do we still have to follow that same method if they already completed service?
What you talking about? I was talking.
You said military, join the military.
No, I said.
Okay. That's
what they would do in the past. That was our defense, our National Guard. So our firstborn. I just talked to the lady about it, about being in a legal field, and branches. Doesn't matter if you was in the branches of government or in the legal realm. You still up under that. So I'm not talking about today's military and something like that. I don't know. You got to ask your commander or something like that. I'm not in that.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you, brother, man. I'm gonna go ahead and keep watching.
For sure. See what they want to do. See, when they don't stay on course, you get to see how they ask me questions to see how my mind is. You see, when they not focused on the reality, they want me to say something that makes it appear like I got an army or something. Press one, and that I'm an infiltrator or some shit. Press one. You see. That's them. I'm telling you, the name Mortimer derives from the Latin word mort, meaning die, and mer, meaning see. Press one, that's what I'm saying. I'm with this guy here, not those people you got to look up to. I'm with Supreme mentality, Supreme Court stuff. The stuff I talk about have nothing to do with what you pledged and signed up for under maritime law. You join whatever you join. I have no quarrels about that. What I'm talking about is the word of God being applicable, not your make-believe God and mystic belief system. Law. That's what I'm talking about, not Mickey Mouse. I don't know what you signed up for. That's like asking me, sir, am I married because I signed up in the Dead Sea? I don't know. If you honor that, go. That's what you signed up for. I don't know. I have no quarrels about what Caesar and y'all do over there. My thing is making sure
Unknown caller.
freemen recognize who they are and people understand the point of my comment dealing with our brothers. If I had a chance, they would be in my military. Press West for sure. Sign up. We got rims and everything for you. We got all this. You're gonna learn trade and all this right here. You're gonna build a car. That's what your ass gonna do. We in a corporate war. That's what a mind game. Yeah, I know what the fuck we need that for. We've been winning with this. Press one, drop a beat, drop an album. Press one, drop a motherfucking album. Coffee and Kush TV. You on the air.
Yes, I can see folks from Cincinnati.
Sir, speak into the microphone loud and clear. It's 2020. 2022. Sorry.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
yes, sir. Yeah, this is the AirPods. This is folks coming from Cincinnati.
But you gotta stop buying those AirPods from the Quickie Mart. Go ahead.
For sure.
Go ahead.
One thing for sure, two things for certain. You done opened my eyes to a lot. So I'm going to get started by saying this. Now, seeing how you revealed this information, I'm starting to look at things a lot different now. And I feel like the story's been told to us in reverse. Case in point, you brought up Colonel George Washington Gillespie, right?
Okay.
I'm starting to feel like this was the original Vatican. Not saying this was the Vatican, but this was the original power base, power structure.
Go ahead, flow,
And
flow, King, flow.
And it goes to the Bible, Passover, where they had to slaughter the firstborn so the Messiah won't come back. I'm starting to feel like the Passover was here. Case in point, the Trail of Tears.
Go ahead.
So this is like mind blowing. So it's like when one thing to worry about liberty. The word liberty meaning somebody has to give you that authority to even come on this land.
Yeah.
So is it true to say that King George gave these people liberty, granted them liberty? Liberty is only temporary anyway.
Yes, it's by
granted
contract.
them liberty to come on. Okay.
It's by contract, just like how we stood up all European nations in North Africa and began to build and civilizations. They were given liberty.
Granted liberty.
Yeah,
it's a slap in the face.
Yeah, because they can't have divine right. So when you can't have divine right,
so you get the Passover.
It's not down to you. You can get a person with liberty can rent a house for the rest of his life, but as soon as he died, it go back to. It's like Jubilee. It go back to the real landlord and landowner. You know what I'm saying? And I think we've been living under liberty and not freedom and rights, divine right, in which we are different from the federal, in which old boy just said he signed up for.
Right.
Yeah, we are sovereign by divine right. They on lease. They're on lease, and they ain't paid their bills because you ain't woke. You know.
Fact.
Got
right. One more thing, and I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna go to the back of the class. Now, at a point in time, was the United States, not the United States. I don't even know the original name. I'm hearing so many different things.
You know, it was they just created that right now after World War I and II.
Right.
Yeah, it wasn't even around. Go ahead.
In the 1900s.
Yep.
So,
Look at my students
Now,
show their ass out cheer. Woody, go ahead.
So did the Honorable King George Washington only ran the 12 tribes, which is the whole eastern seaboard, or did he run the whole entire landmass? Because I know they teach us in school, which we know is crap, like the Louisiana Purchase.
Well, let's think about it like
everything.
this. Let's think about it like this. Who founded Washington State on the West Coast?
Wow.
So was that part of the Commonwealth, or was that too robbed? We're not under corporate law. We're not to be under corporate law. Corporate law has no jurisdiction over the king's men nor freedmen. This is corporate. Right. This is corporate entity law. We was brought up in that,
AKA court dead law. Pretty much.
Of course. It's dead law because it given you in your right mind would know it don't stand up against the founding fathers itself. The whole Constitution, well, the amendments are the Constitution are the rules that they can live and operate by, but the amendments are all illegal. Yeah, they're finding ways to usurp the original. The word of God. Just put it like that. They're trying to usurp because the foundation is the word of God. So the usurping, if you want to bring in communism and stuff like that, that's bringing in subversions and shit. You have to get them and demoralize them to where they turn away from God, from the word of God. And if your free nation and sovereign nation is built on the word of God, then they need to do everything they need to propaganda you to defile yourself. That means women do the most wild shit.
One more thing.
Go ahead.
One more thing, and I'm going to fall to the back. I just wish this information would have came out a long time ago versus the Black Power movement and all of these non-employee groups and people, because one thing for sure, people turn their back on religion when they don't feel like it's related to them. So when you read the Bible and they tell you everything about Egypt versus telling you what's going on over here, it makes you turn the blind eye. But
you're not connected. You don't really believe because first of all, you disconnected. Right. It's like them selling you a Peter Pan story. It's like you know the story, but it has no effect on you.
But hold on.
Who's to say that was even real? Right. Now you don't blaspheme yourself and curse yourself for your own shit.
And hold on, thanks to you, I will be going back reading them scriptures because now I know it applies to me. And I already live off of certain things, but now it's feeling more at home because I know it's really talking about us, and everything that they talking about over there really happened here. And they just renamed it and switched everything around so they can get their sovereignty, because we all know that they was peasants over there, that they couldn't even get an apple or a yam to even eat and feed their family.
Don't make me laugh.
And I'm going to step to the back of the class.
All right. Thank you, my man. Yeah. My man was gathering protons and neutrons on that one, nigga. Now the white man's scared of that backlash. Wait a minute, you tell me y'all couldn't even make no damn yams and spaghetti right there? But that's judgment like a motherfucker when black people start. You telling me y'all even pro judgment? Press what? Wait till they find out what happened. You ain't gonna do nothing but talk like that. You telling me y'all couldn't even wipe your ass? You stole from me. You know me? Y'all didn't make this stuff? Y'all made the stoplights, the kitchen. Y'all made the refrigerator. Y'all made cars and shit. You made your own car. You can get a car for $3,200 if you knew about steam and robust combustion. But you don't know nothing but Disneyland. Like we got you. Now when we need stuff, we hire our own people like Mexicans and Nigerians and bring them in because you ain't gonna do the job. They dumbed you down and said you ain't gonna do the job because they know you ain't gonna do the job. I'm sitting at the house smoking weed, wondering how the fuck this nigga know this is all I do. What the fuck wrong with y'all? I got tired of that shit. You ain't finna be prophesying over me with your dumb ass. How you know we don't know nothing? This nigga hurt my feelings. No, fuck that, cuz. We don't know nothing. We don't know nothing, sir. We fucked up. Chinese man cuss you off like this. That's why you own nothing. We come here, we have Mercedes. You have Houthi. I feel sorry for your mama. What the fuck did you just? No, you didn't keep it real. You got me fucked up right there.
Unknown caller.
Your dumb ass. He right. Cuz got an S500. Brand new S500. Off the lot, paid for liquor and blunts from you, and milk and cereal and Twinkies. And how the fuck he get all this? Cause he sell candy, like you used to sell candy at the candy house. Nigga, they took it. They took every damn thing. Coffee and Kush TV, you on the air.
Hey, what's going on, Professor? It's Coop from Chicago.
Coop from Chicago. A blessing to hear you this morning. Put your name on the wall. What's happening?
Not much. Just been listening, and I had a quick thought. The Industrial Revolution. I think that's when they was cashing in on all of these documents, like the preamble and the new Constitution that they made and everything, because they was coming out with phones, new patents for ships and things like that.
All over the place. Huh?
In the automobile. They was building the railroads. That's where a lot of that Manifest Destiny stuff come in. And they had the Chinese was helping them do that.
Of course.
They were trying to build railroads coast to
every
coast.
20 damn years thinking we forgot because we too busy in the entertainment world.
It's just
working on the railroad. They get reparations every 20 years. And Asian Lives Matter. Double up. Go ahead.
Yeah, but, just thinking about a lot of this stuff, that's secured. They hold on a lot of the land because
on everything.
Those railroads, they have to
so-called bought everything. Remember?
Yeah.
Okay, so they didn't. That's not a little. They took it and put you in internment camps for a while. Made you work it off. Killed off a lot of firstborns. A lot of people got sent to war, never to be seen again. Died at sea. Never to be seen again. They don't even know what happened. They just got a medal in the mail, said, your son died in World War I. Bye. Have a great one.
Yeah, I was just talking to somebody about that because wasn't no way to communicate back then other than by like carrier pigeon when you was in the field. So you just writing letters whole time and handing your letters off, and they just throwing your letters off the ship. You don't know what's going on at home.
They collecting it, giving themselves story like they was writing to their wives. It's the Titanic situation.
I didn't even think about it like that.
Titanic situation when you assume identities. Yeah, just take the mail. The names, the mail, who their family was. We'll write them, make them seem like they still alive. Had all them women up in there typing and shit. Hey, how are you? I miss you very much. You think your husband in war and shit. This nigga, they doing that right around the corner. You feel me?
Yeah, well, that's hard. That's hardcore. I didn't even think about it like that.
That's the devil. Nigga, what you mean? That's what the devil did. My man said, that's hardcore, Kev. That's ruthless records, nigga. Yes. Yes.
Damn. And then they built a statue. And they built a statue and said France gave it to him.
That's right. France gave us liberty. Now everybody think that France gave them liberty and they came from, but we gave the world liberty. We gave the whole world liberty. That's the Constitution. And the amendment is the dissolvement of it. But the Constitution is a contract because the forefathers knew every so odd years you got to get a land back. Because then you'll be stealing the wealth of the heirs that's stealing the wealth of the people because they are like the governors of the people. So everybody's broke. All black people broke. All towns broke. Everything flipped. They get free houses. It ain't no coincidence. They got free houses, free housing, free life, free. Just the same way they do in Ukraine. That's how they did in the early 1900s after eugenics. We're not going to sugarcoat nothing. You going to put it in your brain so you can see it. Eugenics got a lot of our people out of here, and war got a lot of y'all up out of here. Facts.
Yeah, that's a crafty counsel indeed, man.
Of course, but tell me this. What you think about Mortman? What you think about this whole Mickey Mouse, Dead Sea, Holy Sea? See what I'm saying? Like, what do you think about that?
I think it makes a lot of sense, and I think it explains why the Pope dressed like a fish, why he got that fish hat on.
Why?
I always wondered about that. So that's where it comes from.
So you a fish out of water?
What'd you say?
So that's like fish out of water.
Yeah.
That nigga laughed at that shit. Cool, your goofy ass. Yeah, it's fish out of water. Yeah.
Well, all right, Professor.
All right, sir.
To say that quick thought, man.
I'm not cutting no corners no more. I'm keeping it straight. Thank you, Cool. My man, Cool. Press one. I told you we gonna find, and you got to know the words of alienation. Press 1. You got to know by which the estate becomes perpetually inherent in this corporation and unalienable. You have to know what that means because you a mort man. You a dead baby. Now,
Unknown caller.
I'm revealing a lot. Did you hear what I said? I said you a part of it. You dead. You the living. You dead right now, and you don't gave way to Mickey Mouse. Every demon on earth only got here because you're dead. I'm telling you right now, care, bro. Like Tupac said, you probably in hell already. Your dumb asses ain't knowing. Everybody kissing ass to go to heaven ain't going because you worship Satan. Coffee and Kush TV, you're in the air.
What's up, Kev? What's up, Professor? This is Blue Virgo 80.
Oh, what's up, champion? What's happening with you?
Man, you got it, man. You got it. I'm loving the show. I'm loving the information. Like I told you, man, I was up late studying. I've been studying hard.
Yeah.
As hell. I'm seeing it all. I'm loving the way you paint the picture, and I'm leaving the breadcrumbs for us to just to pick them up and expand on them and make a loaf of bread out of this information.
That's right. What you say? Say it again. Say it just how you said it right there. Say it again.
You giving us breadcrumbs. You dropping breadcrumbs, and you taking them and making loaves of bread out of it.
So that's how you feed 1,000 people right there.
That's right.
Come on, talk to me, King.
Right there. Man, I'm seeing it, man. I'm listening to this airs of freedom and like I was said before, this debt bondage and how they submerged us and everything. I'm looking at all these community leaders and how they all are part of the wheel. I'm starting to see these wagon wheels all over the place.
But you say the wheel, right? Now. You say the wheel, right?
The wheel.
Now, what's the wheel? Now they say that now the wheel is the flag of the gypsies and all that. So you got to find out what the wheel is, because remember, Ezekiel saw a wheel way in the middle of the hill. But that's another story. Go ahead.
I'm telling you, man, last time I called, I was in Boston. Me and my wife is traveling nurses. So we drove from Boston all the way to Washington State. Right. And I mean, you see the wheels everywhere, all throughout the countryside.
It's the wagon wheel, sir. It's the wagon wheel.
Yes, sir.
It's the Wells Fargo wagon wheel. It's the gypsy hijack. Press one, nigga.
The fortune tellers, everything, man.
They the ones who got you believing in Mickey Mouse and goddamn, they the fortune tellers.
Damn right. I'm sitting here in Washington State now, and I'm looking at how everything is set up, and I'm looking at what do they call them? The community centers and stuff. That's all a part of the grid, all a part of the construct. These community center leaders, they become congressmen and statesmen and governors and mayors, and they're
about building community centers and pillaging the land or some shit, some way that's connected to. So they want to be mayors and all this other stuff to control for the opposition.
They become the community center leaders. They become like the the landlords of the area.
Bingo.
And they working with the grid.
they become holders of the preamble and can kind of hold in place the structure that they put in place for. If we don't wake up, you'll be getting ruled by Big U. Big U will be the mayor of LA in no time if you don't wake the fuck up.
Listen to me, Kev. I was telling my wife, I said, you know what? When I was younger, I was a part of that grid setup.
That's right.
I had a big homie. We worked down at a UPS Cerritos at the UPS store. I mean, tattoo, teardrops, everything. He had a little crew going on. He moved us all the way out to Orange County. We started working for Coca-Cola, right? Shit happened or whatever the case may be. We had a man's club. We would go to these fancy restaurants with all these white folks, and it'd be gang of OGs. Yeah. And we would just sit there and they would talk about meetings, and everybody had their little crews or whatever, and you just brought back your change back to the crew to put your, pay your tithes. So,
yeah, kind of like pay your tithes or pay your dues.
Pay your dues or whatever the case may be. And so when I left to Vegas to go become a chef or whatever, when I came back, the big homie, he got 3-4 strikes or whatever the case may be. He became the lead security guard at Coca-Cola. And it never really dawned on me until you started talking about grid and all this other type of stuff.
Right. It made perfect sense to a nigga like you.
It made perfect sense. It messed my whole mind up. Like, I told my wife, like, damn, this is crazy. I was a part of this shit. Excuse my language, I was part of this right here. I moved to Vegas and became a part of, started dealing with the black community and the conscious community or whatever. And they started doing the rock the vote stuff and all this other type of stuff. And that was a part of the grid situation, because all these people are talking about uphold yourself and all this other stuff, but I'm in the background and I see all these cats is fake and phony, and like you said, they having abortions. They got 3-4 different niggas over here, 3-4 females over here, and I just told my wife, I said, damn, I feel like I couldn't get out of this. Everywhere I go, it's just here. I'm being brought in here. I teamed up with Zulu for a little bit. I had to back off of them because of the child stuff going on. I said, damn, this is one big old wheel. One big old wheel. And then it's crazy because every once in a while I get a phone call from one of them checking on me. Hey, man, we just want to see how you doing. Or, hey, I'm looking for you. And this, stay away from me, man, because I know who y'all are. Y'all might not know who I know who y'all are, but I know.
Yeah,
I know. Y'all just trying to work us out of the system and stuff.
Well,
but
once you know, see, it's different when you in it and don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. That's how good niggas and gang niggas get wrapped up in shit. Niggas, you know who get caught up in this shit? Good niggas trying to do better in the community, and gang niggas who grew up and understand, they get caught up in the shit and don't realize until it's too late.
I could never figure out why these people always gravitated towards me.
Right.
Like they were searching me out. Hey, how you doing? This, that, and other. What's going on? I got a situation. Hey, what's happening? How you doing, Daddy? Let's go out. Like, man, wait a minute. Why are they searching
you know what
out
it is?
for me? But
niggas get off on convincing good niggas that's trying to do better again to go back to their old way, because that's easy.
To do foul shit.
Yeah, to do foul shit. That's easy. And that's like, I told a nigga in jail from Southside Crip, I was like, my nigga, he doing push, he doing all that. I said, nigga, you a cool ass nigga to let other niggas use you as a gold nigga. They tell you shit that you go knowing you just gonna say, but everybody know you gonna go.
You gonna turn it up. That you gonna turn it up.
Yeah,
exactly.
don't be such a lie. Why are you so like it's your dorm and blah, 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 blah.
Hey.
And then that's how. Go ahead, bro. You know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about. What Nip say, we gotta learn how to handle being disrespected, how to stop being so emotional about things. Because, like you said, when you tell a nigga that's on it, that's willing to put in that work or defend or defend himself or defend his, that's the first person to go to. And everybody used to always come to me like, hey, homie, woo, this, that, and the other. Bam, bam, bam. Hey, you want to have... As soon as I started backing up off of people, like, no, I'm cool. I'm going to chill tonight. I'm going to hang out. Hey, homie, let that slide. Let that ride. everything started changing. You start seeing people's aggression. Like they said, the best way to see the demon in a person is tell them no. The best way. And you're able to sit back and see everything that's going on. So I just want to thank you, Professor. Like I tell you, I appreciate you. You helping me become a better man, helping me become a better father, helping me become a better everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the Word. I'm studying. I'm trying to learn as much as I can. I done been through too much to let these fools and these clowns run amok the way they doing.
You doing so well on your own on that path, rather a nigga controlling where you going. You don't want no nigga want to feel like he being controlled, where his destiny is being controlled by some outer force. Like, hold up, nigga, I'm a human. Nigga, I know I'm this, but damn, you know. But
Professor, I was just telling the wifey that last night in bed. She's like, well, you know, why are you getting so riled up? I said, maybe you don't get it. I said, but they stole your name. You know what I mean? My wife's last name is McCoy. My last name is Burgess, and I'm looking up Burgess, Virginia.
Right.
McCoy. We went down to Florida, and we looked in, and we went in Florida. We see McCoy this and McCoy that. And Burgess
this. It's a motherfucking like, genetic thing. You looking like, hold up, shit,
hold up. Hey, they got us. They got us. When we went into Montana, we were sitting there. We went to a restaurant at 2:00 in the morning. These folks want to know how long we here.
You say the real McCoy?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The real McCoy. Yeah. You know, I'm looking at this like Burgess, Virginia, Burgess Plantation, Burgess Preservation Park. Yeah. What the fuck is that? Hold up, man. Nah, hold up. See? Somebody got to explain why I ain't got shit.
Boom. And that's what we hear.
And now I know. Yes, sir.
So we got to explain. Somebody got to explain why I don't got shit.
Yes,
especially when our names is tied to everything.
To everything. Yes. I done made all the right moves. Yeah, I done made my decisions. I done made wrong choices, but I'm making right decisions and all this other. Went to school, did this, and I'm still in the same part. I'm still in the same position I've been in since 21, 18.
Facts.
Hold up. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga don't turn his head on the same block too many times, and nigga get not to have nothing. You feel me?
Nothing. I'm battling student debts now. I'm battling this. I'm battling child support. I told my wife by the end of the year I plan on being emancipated. I'm paying all this shit off. I'm trying to be like Kev. I'm at the row on a scholarship right now, baby.
You feel
what I'm saying? I gotta produce. I gotta show and prove.
But hey, check this out though. Don't it feel good to hear the sisters? Because we are, you know, sad to say, we is focused on other shit than school and knowledge, and the black male got too much other shit to worry about than history. They gonna tell you the same shit. Yes. Ain't it a trip how the sisters gravitate towards this knowledge? That's a trip to me, G.
Yeah, she be on it because she do case management. She writes shit right now. She talking about why is it every patient that I call or whatever the case may be, they don't speak no English, they don't speak this, but they got all these benefits, they got all of this. They got one lady told her, she was like, yeah, I'm Indian, I'm this, that, and the other. She said this lady is light, bright, white, damn near see through. Talking about she is Indian. I said, baby, don't. Just look at them and laugh. And
just focus on you. Just live with it in your brain. Just accept that this is what we in.
Yes, sir.
And just try to figure it out more. I thank you for the call, G.
Thank you. I'm going back to the back of the class. I'm about to be studying like I was yesterday. Thank you.
My man, it's a blessing. Shout out to you, champ.
Yes, sir.
Man, shout out to him. That's some real shit. What he was saying is real shit. It wasn't pertaining to the preamble or nothing, but he was right about niggas need that space where they can really relieve themselves.
Unknown
mentally.
caller.
That's why niggas pop off so fast, because they ain't. Niggas ain't got there where he at mentally. He may be a gunner from some goddamn where. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you know a nigga street, but you gotta. Like Nip was saying, that's why I respect Nip so much, is planting seeds of overcoming your lack of discipline. You know, you in charge of your reaction of disrespect, you know? And if a nigga gonna go, then Coffee and Kush TV, you on the air.
Hey, Hey, peace and blessings, Mr. Gillespie. This is Yazir Shaki, calling from Kansas City, Missouri.
Kansas City, Missouri. What's up?
Yes. Hey, my man, look, the caller before that caller, you guys was talking about how they, when we went to war, right, World War I, World War II, they were basically taking the names of our ancestors, our peoples, right? So I've got actual legitimate, I've got proof of that. So I've been doing my ancestry through Ancestry.com and whatnot. And so my grandfather on my father's side, McKinley Travis.
Go ahead.
He's in World War I. He's in World War I. He's on like the cargo ship type situation. He's shipping stuff, right?
Okay.
In the Navy.
Cargo ship in the Navy, huh? Go ahead.
Right. So he comes back in through New York on a leave, right? He comes back in, like, I think it's April.
What year is this? What year is this, sir?
This is 1952, I believe.
So this is World War II.
I think it's 52. This is World War II. And so what I'm getting at is he comes back in April.
Okay.
And I'm looking at these shipping manifests or whatever of the troops coming back in. 1 month later, somebody with the exact same name as my grandfather, McKinley Travis, comes in through the New York Harbor again. Now, my grandfather's already been back for a month from what the records state. And so someone with his exact same name, exact same birth date, comes back a month later, the next month, basically, in through New York Harbor. My grandfather goes back out to sea, back out to finish his tour of duty in World War II. And basically, my grandfather dies at sea. The only information that we got and that the records state is that, and the captain signed off, I read the records and everything, it says that he jumped off the ship and killed himself. But my father was born in 1950, so he's got children at home, he's got a wife. I'm not seeing how my grandfather would jump off of a boat and kill himself when you're just on he's not even in battle. Right. And so they just say basically he just disappears at sea.
Yeah, that he died at sea.
But that he died at sea.
Yeah,
exactly.
so somebody can be born again.
Pretty much. That's from
because he became a Mortimer. He became a child again. The rebirth is them. So he gave way.
Yeah, totally.
He gave way. It's the Jesus effect. It's the Jesus concept of new life and new birth. But that's a lie. That's Peter's work right there, where they got to get rid of you to become live. See, you give Mickey Mouse life. Yeah. You give Mickey Mouse life.
Ain't that?
You know?
Boy, ain't that something?
Yeah, because they got to have names to put on the original. What's the name? So you got to go, press 1, and they got to live. Eugenics.
That's what happened.
Yes.
That's what happened.
So how did he die? They say he jumped off the ship. I bet you there's so many people, black people, who was on who died at sea. Let's just say who was on these ships who just disappeared and never came back. And now we got to find out. I bet you that's what the Titanic was about. That's why they never really dug it up, because it's all, you ain't gonna find nobody but Gillespie and William and Thomas and the rest of royals and nobles and knights and names. Yeah, they want to make them white folks again. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I was doing some research, but I just all blessings and praises to the Most High. Mr. Lex Will basically just hit me to your channel like Friday, and I've been like binging your shows, right? And so I'm catching you talking about Washington State. That's where I'm originally from, Washington State. Ahead. And so I start looking into that. And so I believe, now I might not get the names exactly right, but I believe it was George Washington Gillespie, or they're trying to call him George Washington Bush.
Yes.
That was the one who actually came, and he moved from Virginia to like Missouri somewhere, but then they was like, nope, blacks can't own shit. Excuse my language.
No, that wasn't it. They trying to say that he did that, but that wasn't even in effect, because you're dealing with George himself. How could George not own nothing when he's the charter? So that's a lie.
Yeah,
but continue on. But go ahead. I love that you even going in this direction. Go ahead.
Yeah, so what they say is this George Washington Bush or whatever name. His name like changes twice in the records, right?
Of course.
But they're saying he gets to the Oregon Territory and they won't let him stay in the Oregon Territory, and so he moves up to Washington, up to like the Olympia area. He's one of the first what you would call, I guess, American settlers.
So he's an Olympian.
Go up into Washington.
He's an Olympian.
He's up in Olympia.
Okay,
yes.
so if he's an Olympian, then you're dealing with titans and gods and things of this nature and folklore.
And they say that they're saying that he founded the city of Centerville, and now today they call it Centralia, Washington. So he founds the city of Centerville. They later named to Centralia, and he basically starts all the what you would call, I guess, Americans at this point actually moving up to what we now call Washington State. Now, they try to say Washington State's named for George Washington. I get it. But from what you're saying, and I don't know if these are the same people or not, you know, one of your relatives who they're saying is this person that moved up to Washington and essentially established it. But they're saying, I'm thinking that Washington was named after this person that they're calling Washington, who was black, by the way. They clearly tell you he was a black man. And I don't really use the term black, but I know that's what people understand.
Washington from Virginia, that's George Washington.
That moves to Missouri.
That moves and establishes another state that also has a phantom ship island in the middle of it, correct?
Washington?
Washington State.
Is that what you refer to?
Yeah,
Washington State.
There's a phantom ship up there.
There is a lot of stuff up here what they talk about in that Puget Sound area.
A literal phantom ship. You can Google it. It's right there in Washington.
Yeah, but look, and I don't want to hold you up too much. I'm actually at work, so I get to work. And I've been just binging your show while I'm setting up the restaurant, while I'm prepping everything, while I'm getting ready for business. I'm literally just listening to your show. Like, I'm at work right now. I'm supposed to be doing something. But when I'm listening, I heard what you guys were talking about. I had to call in. I was like, okay, I got to talk to my brother. I got to let him know something. You know, that, look, what he's saying ain't nonsense. What you're saying is not nonsense. I have proof looking at the records that my grandfather came to shore a month later. Somebody with his exact name and birthday comes to shore from Europe. So, I mean, what you're saying is 100% correct, brother. And
the vessels die at sea and they come on shore. That's a birth. Maritime. Yeah, that's a birth. After
all praises, brother.
So black people should stay off of cruises. That's for sure. Shout out to you.
I know that's for sure. Don't be on that Disney Carnival. Look, get your ass on that Disney Carnival.
You go out there, boy. Who on the ship?
You gonna get reborn.
Oh shit! You know who on here? This motherfucker got a deficit of surplus of $3 trillion, and he don't even know. Sink the whole goddamn ship. God damn it! Sink it all.
Sink the whole
goddamn thing.
Praises.
All these people can go for the cost of one. Fuck that. See, I don't know. I don't trust these people. They have become untrustworthy. Thank you, King. They have become untrustworthy. One thing we know, we can't trust them any longer. Press 1.
Shame.
You can.
Shame.
I tried to trust you with this estate, but I don't trust you any longer. That's how you gotta approach this. This is how you do it right there. You can't talk like this. Give us free. Black heart. You can't do that. You gotta speak. I don't trust you. Press 1. You have become untrustworthy. That's for sure. 424-209-9506. We talking preambles, United States constitutions, states constitutions, anything in between. Enjoy Coffee and Kush TV. 424-209-9506. You see how I just brought up George Washington Gillespie? Now, ain't that a coincidence that we got George Washington over here, we got King George, we got founding what they call it, father, because that's what George was. Not fathers. He's the man. Coffee and Kush TV. All of it is in the movies. Y'all just really have been deceived. And I found the part 2 of this flick. I can't wait to get started, but see, the gypsies put magic on you through Disney. Let me tell you something, black people. Hollywood is a sorcery. It's black magic. That's what gypsies and Cinderella, they all gypsies. Fairy tale, the Tinkerbell, all of them is gypsy magic. Pixie dust, Mickey Mouse, they got you to believe a lie. They got you to believe the lie. What lie? Well, look, y'all. They believe in the Disneyland version of Christ and the story. Now, the Old Testament, press 1, because that's what we're dealing with here. The old law, the old covenant. The new covenant is the old covenant. Don't be deceived. But you dealing with Jasmine, Aladdin, this whole carnival entertainment, fucking Trojan horse. That's what it is. You know what a Trojan horse is? A whole big cat ball of entertainment with soldiers and military inside of it. Press 1. Damn, I be uncovered the riddles, which is little kid riddles nobody understand. These motherfuckers get inside the goddamn entertainment and become your favorite. Press 1. That's why Disney run grid. They don't know this. Big, you didn't know this shit. Big, you don't know. They don't know nothing. We just trying to get ahead. Press 1. Nobody knows this. Certain individuals know, but they don't know how deep this shit go. That's what old boy was talking about. This shit deep. To know grid, community control, to violate parole. Oh my goodness. I'm iconic in the field. I mean, press 1. Damn. Violation. Remain a slave. A 13th and 14th Amendment. Dead person. Again, on paperwork. Press 1. Because you're not making them. You don't know why. You know, and that's because they got our people to believe in Walt Disney, Bugs Bunny, and stole your land by way of theme parks. As long as you believe in Jesus, the way they told you this stuff is played out,
Unknown caller.
your ass gonna be getting robbed and pillaged by foreign corporations and foreign nations, period. They're gonna be building up Dubais everywhere. Everywhere is gonna be a damn Dubai, and guess where you gonna be at? On the street again. Coffee and Kush TV. You on the air.
Hey, what's up, Kev? This is Pittman.
Pittman, what's up, champion?
Hey, what's happening? I just bring up a topic I heard in the video yesterday, and it was like in the last hour of your show. She was talking about the genocide of the state citizen. All right, so
what?
State citizen is
Sir, say it again louder. What the hell did you just say, Water?
The lady, she was talking about the genocide of the state citizen. She was like saying it was her, but we all know it's the Negro.
Now, who said that?
The lady.
Oh my! See, I do the show. This is how this works. I do. The show,
yeah.
I can only catch so much. You know.
Yeah, I know. It's so much. That shit was like 5 hours. So whatever. I had to double back and watch it 2-3 times. You know, just little skits. But I know you always said genocide. So these little words that when it pop up, it rings my eardrum. So the state citizen is like the citizen under King George.
That's right. They said genocide. It said genocide.
Yeah,
I'm telling.
They've been killing them all.
I'm telling
and
you.
Trying to get as many people to be U.S. citizens, which is that 14th Amendment, that 1871.
So they wouldn't be under what? Commonwealth and have divine royal colony right.
Yeah, whatever.
It wouldn't be under the trust in the original Godfather, King George.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, in the corporation, the Catholic Church would have a mortmain over him. They'll have a mortmain over him. Death grip.
Now, mortmain is what? Say it again.
That death grip.
Oh my God.
That stranglehold.
So mortmain is the glove, is the dead hand.
Yeah.
So talk to me about it.
All right, so hold on. So basically, the U.S. citizen is like on like all our forms. When we sign, it always says, "Are you a U.S. citizen?" And us not knowing the 14th Amendment and what a state citizen under King George, so we think being under King George is a bad thing. And the British, they taught us they were the enemy. So we just check off, you know what I'm saying? And that's how they get us in their jurisdiction, by that social security number. Because we keep using social security, we get Medi-Cal, you know what I'm saying? The benefits, the EBT. We fill out an I-9 and we always check off U.S. citizen because we don't know. And that's how they keep getting us.
So we
in
just keep reapplying to take part in social and civil benefits and denying our right, which is our divine right of freedom, sovereignty, and it's above the corporate and federal and all that stuff, because we are children of emancipated men, freemen, and by way of King George or George Washington, and by supreme law of the land, we are free people.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
But we don't know that.
I'm just practicing.
We don't know that.
We know we about to wake up right now. We waking up. We knowing now.
And our people, we so used to, we get EBT, get that EBT part, that's free money, and we steady going back instead of trying to save our money to get financially secure to, you know what I'm saying, to get away from that, you know what I'm saying? And
now, we got enough money together, black man and black woman, to get together and become financially secure together with how much money, no matter how much money we make, long as we got jobs and we are financially educated on how money works, would you have a great surplus?
Yeah.
Of course you would.
You show you would. But then I also looked up, state citizen.
How much
that was
black folks
also
spend for a shirt?
Depends on what kind.
Shit, nigga, what? Depends on who you.
If you want a white king, you gonna get the cheapest deal. Then spend $1,000.
You're damn right. I want all that. Keep that same energy. Yeah, keep that right there. I'll be right with you.
Man, but then that state citizen,
I give you a sweatshirt, a beautiful sweatshirt, and a free shoe shine for $150. But we spending our clothes. You can get shined up with the Gillespie factory. Go ahead.
Man, but then that state citizen popped up in that civil order with the Pope.
Go ahead.
It popped up. You talking about the civil order. To Obama. So then I just wanted just to get the definition of the state citizen. Because basically a state citizen is when you on the land and they don't have jurisdiction. Police can't stop you, can't talk to you, can't do nothing.
Were you a what?
They can't do nothing. What was that?
When you a what?
A state citizen.
No.
Of your state.
Oh, an estate citizen.
Yeah.
Got you under the.
You're a state citizen.
I got you. Yeah, you operating. You above the law. You operating on cloud nine.
But
you in your full glory.
People are U.S. citizens.
Yeah.
They're U.S. citizens, and they're consenting to being a U.S. citizen instead of saying, no, I don't want to use your social security number. You know what I'm saying? So you need a social to get a bank account, you know what I'm saying?
Because in their minds, they're saying all this number is attached to my whole life, and I'm not going to get my. They don't really have a man that's like, baby, I will pay you $50 rent or whatever the food stamp shit is. They don't got, our men isn't activated on that level. That's okay for at the moment, but that's what's going on.
Yeah. Doing a 1040, filing taxes, that's all U.S. citizens shit.
That's all.
Whatever. We're not supposed to be doing that because we don't know. We grew up under this. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna tell you in school and all that. Oh yeah, it's fine. You know what I'm saying? Fill out this because they want as many people. And right now they bring in all these foreigners in there because what they gonna sign up as? U.S. citizens.
Yeah.
They just happen just to be here.
And they white for sure.
Yeah. And at that same time, as they're bringing in more U.S. citizens, they doing the genocide on the Negro, which is the state citizen. They want to get every state citizen out, so then they'll have the total mortmain over America.
That's right. But what did the Pope say about the state citizen?
No, I mean the letter in the Pope is basically, I remember him saying that the state citizen is like whatever, we've been doing all this treasonous act against the state citizen. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. So he's pretty much acknowledging the faults and the wrongs of how y'all been handling, how the corporation itself has been handling the state citizen. Somebody send me the Pope's letter to the United States Corporation and the DM on my Discord, please, if you have it. Go ahead, King.
Yeah. All right. So then I looked up just, what's the definition of a state citizen? I just want to and it says a state citizen, also called a de jure citizen, is an individual who is inalienable. So now I know what that really means.
Now we know what inalienable is. You're a non-transferable.
Yeah, right. But check this out, Kev. But it says whose inalienable natural rights are recognized. Whatever. So they'll recognize you now that, okay, whatever, you outside our jurisdiction. Don't mess with him. So that's what they did to you. I don't know what you did. You probably haven't been using the EBT or some in that 7 years went off or some. I don't know.
You don't know what I did. You would say, wait, say it again. Wait. I want the audience to listen to how he just worded this shit. He said, I don't know what you did, but what?
Man, but you probably wasn't using your social and then that 7 years ran off and it redeemed, you know what I'm saying? It was I don't know. It just rang up, I guess. I don't know your situation, but I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when they took me to jail over frivolous things of past 7 years, what happened? What they had to tell me?
They don't got no jurisdiction because that's the I get the thing.
Nigga, you
you know what I'm saying?
Huh? Say what? You a freeman.
It's the Sabbath. So
you above above land, sea, all this shit.
Yeah.
You're free.
All right. So
you see why the judge looked at me with his big blue eyes and we just stared at each other? You know what he was thinking in his head? He said, I don't know what the fuck happened, but nigga, we have no jurisdiction over you.
No, and when they know that they don't have jurisdiction, they're not going to just tell you in front of everybody else. They're going to just, you know what I'm saying? Hey,
they brought me in the room by myself. It was me.
Yeah, whatever. They don't want
defender,
people.
The judge. Before I went in let me tell you something. Before I went in there, the sheriff said, Mr. Gillespie, I'm going to remove these cuffs so you'll be comfortable. I said, thank you, sir. I said, this is different. I was supposed to be treated like shitty, cuz. That's a different type of feeling. Lord have mercy. That's different. I love it though.
Yeah. Yeah. So basically, after the they gotta recognize it says okay, a state citizen is a de jure citizen, is an individual whose inalienable natural rights are recognized, secured, and protected by her state constitution against state actions and against federal intrusion by the Constitution of the United States of America.
By
not
their
the
own law that George put for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's supreme law.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's supreme law. See, but what they did on the 14th Amendment, instead of naming that corporation something else, they just named it United States. You know what I'm saying? And that's where they get us at. So we just think, okay, United States, we just say it freely. But instead of saying United States of America or just America, whatever. So when you just say
called the Bank of America,
States,
that's what it should be called.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, on that 14th Amendment, their actual title of that corporation is United States. You know what I'm saying?
So nothing
whatever.
more.
So they blended these names to get us confused.
Of course.
You know, so I just wanted just to bring that up, you know, just the state citizen and the difference between the U.S. citizen and state citizen is basically you got to stop using the Social Security and these benefits, these EBTs and shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's how they get knees, G.
That's how they get you in the water by taking these little handouts. Oh, here, take this, Medi-Cal. You know what I'm saying? Instead of paying it on your own or just, you know, it ain't gonna happen overnight. It takes time to, you know, build yourself up and get off that titty.
Yeah, because that's what that you on that breast milk, you on that titty of Baal.
Yeah. You know, taking all these benefits and privileges. That's for the workers, you know. So I just wanted just to put that out there about the state citizen, how it ties into the Mort Maine and how they got a stranglehold.
Yeah, but did you see Mort Maine's you dead at sea? Are you a part of the Dead Sea? Are you dead at sea? And the C-section, and you know, we live our lives dead. So that if we are under this, then we're actually living our lives dead.
The whole time,
the whole time we're dead.
Yeah. Because I could look back at my past and just stuff I did like, damn, I did this, like, damn, you know. But now knowing this information and how it connects to the Word and God's Word, you're alive now, whatever, because you're not doing those same activities, those same habits that I was doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing that no more. I'm not saying, oh man, I want food stamps or such and such. I want to get this, whatever. I'm telling my folks to get off that, whatever. Stop using that.
Just
you know
the basic thing of emancipating yourself and becoming a man.
Yeah, whatever.
That's just the basics of standing upright. Is you know how to make a buck or two for yourself.
Yeah, like real talk. Like I work at a grocery store, so I see all these people on a shift. I see probably like 85% of the people is using food stamps. You know what I'm saying? And now that I know, I just think in my head like, damn, jurisdiction.
Right. You see the reality of jurisdiction. That's what I call chakras right there, where you can see a motherfucker a whole life, right? Jurisdiction. Here come Kev with his prepaid, pay as you go. Here you go. I'm only using what I got from my work ethic. They like, bling, bling. You like, oh, Hopeful.
Yeah.
Good jurisdiction.
Now,
Jurisdiction.
I see Negroes, right? I see Negroes, I'll be like, hey, how you doing, mister? I was like, hey, do you know it's a Jubilee year? And I'll give them little questions to see if they know. And they, I said, yeah, Woody Whoop, you know, our Supreme Court based off the Levitical chapter. And I just started and make them think. And like a week later or something, they'll come back and like, hey, man, Woody Whoop. Man,
I listened to that shit you said, bro. And went and Googled something. Because look, everybody got an interest in waking up. You know, everybody naturally has a keen, whether they disagree or not. A lot of the time, a lot of people will inquire, you know, in a personal time. Because people really bored at home. They ain't got shit to do. They really need something like knowledge or some damn homework or something. Because they ain't doing shit. Motherfucker just looking at Instagrams and fucking TV. Fuck that. Give me some homework, nigga, begging for class right now. I need one of them questions. If Kev and Todd had 4 apples and it was $3.29 for 36 of them, how much would he have left? See, that shit make your brain work. That's all I need in my life. Make my brain work.
Yeah, man. So they'll come back and they'll be like, oh, where you get, or you got knowledge. I say, man, I'm just a student, but if you really want to know, I'll be like, bro, I'll get my receipt paper, I'll write coffee and kush. I say, bro, subscribe, G.
We gonna get some stickers with the barcode on it. All they gotta do is scan it in here, stick it on them, bam. And change your life and stick it on them. Press one.
And the cold part is they be knowing, our brothers and sisters know that this is theirs. You know what I'm saying? That this is their land and
it's just hard to
whatever. This shit was stolen. They just don't know how it happened. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it was crazy because I had a Ukraine lady came. She had her little flag and all that.
That's right. Proud.
And she came in and I was like, what flag is that? And she was like, the Ukraine. And I was like, oh, yeah, how's it out there? And they're like, oh, they're killing people. And I was like, yeah, well, I was like, well, whatever. They doing, we funding we giving y'all all the funding, but ain't no one funding.
This nigga arguing with Ukraine and shit. Hey, man, listen, we gave y'all $300 billion last week. That didn't help. You got to ask them questions.
You know what I'm saying? But I'll tell her, whatever, we're not funding all the people here in Chicago, LA, Oakland, and all the urban areas that look like me. And she's like, yeah, whatever, more people die out here than out there. On top. And then I start getting into all the Roman Catholic Church because she had a big order. And she could tell, she was like, yeah, whatever. It's y'all's. And I was like,
hey, I was like, an Indian man told me that in my face. Everybody tell me. All nations be walking up telling me, hey, you know America is yours. You know, sir, I just felt that God wanted me to tell you that we pillaged everything and we took it from your people. That's fucked up. How I'm even admitting that to you, but God touched me to tell you. That's how they talk to me. You feel me? I'm like, damn, lady, dang. I don't know whether to say thanks or what the fuck did you just say?
And they know it. Everybody know it. But then I told her this. I said, yeah, all y'all know it, but my people don't know it.
And
so start telling them.
And whose fault is that, sir?
All
right, then. So what you boastful about? Our people don't know. Our people don't know, though. So you waiting for her to tell you? No, you should have stuck the sticker on her and said, "Go watch Kev Gibbs. He gonna tell you all about it."
But yeah, man, I just want to just throw that out there, though.
Yeah. Hey, thank you for the call, man. I'm finna get to these civil orders, though.
All right, Kev.
My man. So understanding the civil orders and what we're talking about is with the Pope, who owned the corporation. The Pope is the corporation. Correction. Luke, I am your father. Press button. Correction. The Pope is the corporation. Press 1. So this is the boss sending a letter to all the employees. See, and that's why it's important. Instead of singing and dancing around, you should be understanding that this is for real. This is unified common law grand jury. That's common law. Again, they're using, you understand? So we got to do it that way. We need it that way. And what names are they using? Washington, Lincoln, I don't know some of these, Waldo, Knox, Hancock, Franklin, Cumberland. We got to understand. Issued to all members of the domestic police forces. This is again U.S. Marshal Service. Let me put it on this screen so I can see. Provost Marshal, member of the American Bar Association and American Armed Services. This is their boss talking. The Organic American States of the Union, known as the United States of America, major, exercising plenary civil power upon the land, hereby appoint General Carter F. Hamley to lead the command the Grand Army of the Republic, GAR, and its successors under the guidance of the Joint Chiefs of Staff and with their full support. Should it become necessary to suppress commercial mercenary forces operating under the guise of being federal government agencies, including but not limited to the Department of Homeland Security, the Federal Emergency Management Administration, the Internal Revenue Services, the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms, and etc., wherever else is up under their ass, because they crooked. General Ham shall assume immediate command and control of all armed forces and services owed to the United States of America major. We're dealing with something being owed, stationed in North America and all, and shall join them under his command as the Grand Army of the Republic. All forces of air, land, and sea are to be employed. Any costs or loss suffered as a result of deployment of the Grand Army of the Republic shall be charged as stipulated prior. All effort shall be made by the Grand Army of the Republic to spare life and property while undertaking any action whatsoever within the states of the Union without exception. The GAR is uniquely enabled by these orders to operate on the land of the 50 organic states for the purposes of securing the lives and property of the American states and the American state citizen. The GAR is not a foreign army and is composed primarily of American state citizens. If required to take field action, the local commanders shall make every effort to communicate the basis of their authority and the reasons of their presence on the American state soil, ensure the prompt cessation of hostilities and widespread undertaking of the usurpations. That's like subversion type shit, and acts of fraud. That's what we're dealing with here. Remember, we were just talking about the fraud yesterday, which has led to any conflict. All parties must be brought to understand the nature of the federal government, the limitations of its authority, and their obligation to act in favor of the organic states of the Union. Now, we're dealing with organic. Now, how do you cause a Holocaust? Well, what's a Holocaust? The burning of organic tissue.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
The Grand Army of the Republic shall continue to operate under General Order 100, known as the Lieber Code, extant from the pen of the last the last Republic president, Abraham Lincoln. Press 1. Now that's just the first page. I'm going to continue on to the next one. Now I'm going to wait a second. I'm going to look at the chat real quick to see if they kind of get a better understanding, and I'm not just reading words. Now that we taking basis of who this is talking, who he talking to, who he ordering to stop doing what. And to do what? That's what you're supposed to be on. This was in 2014. I told you they had 7 years to get rid of that. That happened right before they put that mask on you and you went into a perilous state in fear of your life of a widespread motherfucking press 1. Look at your neighbor.
Not like this.
Yeah.
Not like this.
Dr. Fauci guys over at the womb taking your Planned Parenthood fetuses over there and giving them to Epstein to do underground bunker type children shit. And you singing and dancing thinking I'm a clown. I think I'm trying to wake us all up. Press 1. It's that supreme knowledge and wisdom. See how fast I connected your brain to all that shit?
Unknown caller.
Marquez.
Coffee and Kush TV. What's your name? Where you calling from?
This is Marquez. How you doing, Professor?
Blessed, trying to wake
from Memphis.
up.
For sure. Well, I called because you stopped at Abraham Lincoln, and he was relative to something I was just reading about, which is the sultana.
The what?
The sultana was a sultana. It's spelled like sultan.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay, sultana was a steamboat. They said exploded. It usually carried about 200 people on it. It had 2,500 on it, and it exploded. And I'm thinking that was probably a lot of our people, which I'm pretty sure. I lost my notes, but they said that the death of Abraham Lincoln was pretty much a distraction from what had happened on the boat. Like, they didn't mention it.
Yeah, because on the boat, remember, Thomas Gillespie was asking, caller called in about that. But you talking about the United States, that you still had the people over them. You know, that's still operating. So that's crazy that went down like that. Go ahead.
Yeah, while I was reading it, it says that is the worst maritime disaster. And one of your previous callers, they said that they were looking up names, and they have a list of the people who were on the boat when it went down.
Really?
And I was just suggesting that people look into that. While I got you on the line, just wanted to say, I appreciate what you're doing for us. The knowledge is helping us get to, I guess, where we need to be. Woke, understanding ourselves and what's here for us. So I just want to say I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you too.
I definitely be calling back.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
My man, I appreciate that, brother. It because I know he means so much more. You feel me?
Unknown caller.
It's a beautiful feeling. I'm be excited to get this out. I'm always excited, man. It's like, because I know what we've been through and our people in the conditioning. I'm like, damn, they gonna love this if they got a spark of intelligence and always wondered shady in the cut to themselves. They gonna love this shit. Coffee and Kush TV, you on the air? What up?
Press 1 D's not. What's up, guys?
What's up, champ?
Man, just called in to touch on the subject.
What's your name and where you calling from?
I'm Callie speaking, man, calling from Dago.
What's up with you, man? What kind of question do you have right here at the row?
Man, one of my questions is, well, not just a question, but a statement as well. I'm just calling in, talking about the evilness of these people, man. They want to confuse us about what really happened about, blacks already being here in America. And, I think I'm glad.
Did you say black? Did you say Kev? Did you say press one D's nuts?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Nah, Kev. I'm a long time listener, first time caller, man. You have blocked me for saying that, man. But I just be spreading a little cheer, make you giggle a little bit.
Oh, well, I don't know why you would say that if I'm in my teaching form. I don't know why you would say press one D's nuts and begin to speak.
Oh, nah, just to make you giggle a little bit, man. Shit. It's a lot of things.
The only time I like giggling is when I tell jokes that is funny and when I'm around women. I start giggling and shit. Press one.
Well, you are around women, man. You got a lot of women callers.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. It's a lot of males out there callers too.
Oh, well, I ain't concerned with them.
Oh, okay, yeah, but the women ain't concerned with you.
Oh, that's all good.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I want to make it clear. They all here for me and not you.
You gonna hit me with the they ain't here to see you oldest line?
No, bro. You got the. I'm just letting you know nobody cares about you. Everybody here for me and my knowledge and wisdom.
It's so good. I am too, bro.
I know.
I appreciate
Even though
what
you a
do.
hater, you here.
You gonna call me a hater?
Hey, yo, let me talk my shit. Let me talk my shit. Even though you a hater, you gathered enough strength to come up here and over here with the roll and mustered it up some support. So I appreciate you. You trying.
Yes, sir, man. I just be fucking with you, man. You're a good dude, bro.
That's all right. It's my university. It's my program. I'm the king.
The emperor, man. You higher than the king, bro.
I'm better than all that, but I'm just King Kev.
Yes, sir.
I'm changing my name. Because I got all my haters here, and now I'm King Kev from now on.
Yes, sir. Emperor Kev.
Emperor Kev. I like that even better. Emperor Kev.
Yes, sir.
That's right. The Lord say he will make even my enemies, my haters. That's what. He gonna make them come on over and say what up, but they ain't got nothing else to say but this. So go ahead, King. Spit your knowledge and wisdom.
Nah, I ain't no hater, bro. I've been listening to you since you was, you first started, man.
Oh no, I'm just saying. Usually when people say press one, these nuts, they haters.
Nah, bro, it's just funny, man. I'm just fucking with you, man.
Me too. I'm just fucking with you. I'm just fucking with you.
But nah, man, I appreciate it, man. I just wanted to chime in about how these white folks, man, trying to trick us out of who we really are, man, with all this confusion.
Why you focus on white folks when you can be expressing how great you truly are instead of say press one of these nuts? See?
Press one of these nuts is just, just fucking with you, man. It ain't nothing personal.
But you could be taking that time to overpower what they got, so the white man don't want you to know. Now we know. Now we're knowing. So talk about what you're learning now so you don't use that as an excuse.
Well, I already know I'm a powerful dude, man. That's why they hate us so much, man.
Sir,
we already great.
There's no... who is they hate us? Who is they? This is a Scooby-Doo cartoon. There's no ghosts out there. They don't hate you. They hope you don't wake up. I agree. You hate you. You worried about them hating you when you hate you.
I love my black skin, man.
And if you hate you, then you hate God because you're not learning the law. You worried about them. And what do God say? How do you love God? By doing the law. How you hate God? By not doing the law, by not studying the law. So you're not studying the law.
Hey, let me ask you a question.
Oh, sir, see, you ready to blame the white man. I'm worried about why you not studying the law, sir. Talking about Cabro University. See, this the new nation of Cabro right here. I'm going to get me some ties, too. That's one.
Okay.
Yeah. What you worried about?
Let me ask you,
soldier? Go ahead. Ask me anything.
Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
We No, we believe in the Bible and everything. The Bible is word. But let me ask you something. How can they give us all these stories in the Bible but can't tell us how the pyramids was built?
Who can't tell you how the pyramids is built?
Everybody.
So
nobody knows how the pyramids were truly built.
Sir, could you please not regress? We're not about to divulge in your insanity, sir. Okay? We're not going there. We are focused on the laws that established here with the law and of God. You know what the Bill of Rights is, sir?
Yeah, they're a bunch of bills that keep black people down.
And what else keep? Okay, they're a bunch of bills that keep black people down. So, black people. Do you know what black people are?
Well, okay, let's say this. Foundational black Americans.
Sir. So the Bill of Rights. So what does the Ten Commandments do? They must be made to keep you down too.
Well, if it wasn't written by black, it wasn't written by us, basically. The Ten Commandments.
What wasn't written by us?
The Ten Commandments.
Who is us? Who are you?
A black man in America.
That's why it wasn't written by you, because you're a black man. Remember, you a foreigner or something.
Now I'm a foundational black American.
That don't make sense. That's not anywhere in the world is that even legally possible for you to be a foundational black citizen, unless that was federalized by the government that's falling at this current moment. I don't understand. Federation black what?
Yeah, we are the people who basically built this land.
Who is we? How did you build this land? How did you? You don't build land, but run it by me. How did you do this?
I'm talking about our ancestors.
Sir, our ancestors are great-great-grandfathers. Sir, how did you do it?
You mean, how did I do it? By paying taxes.
Sir, that's impossible. You pay taxes to a foreign nation. So that's impossible.
Yeah, that's true. You got me on that. That's very true.
You're paying taxes to somebody else, you belong to another nation. You give them what they do. That you work for them. So how do you have an effect on this? You don't, right? You paying taxes. Now, if you was paying tithes, that's different. To the king, that's different. But you paying taxes to a foreign occupying Nazi civilization, which is they legally placed themselves over you, right? So that ain't to us. If your forefathers built this nation, why are you paying taxes to a nation and to a church across the water? When your forefathers fought, remember, to keep the corporation off the shores of America.
So let me ask you something. In your eyes, who are we then?
Who is we? That's what I wanted to ask you. Who is we?
No, I'm saying who are the black Americans in America?
Depends on who they are. The only black people are federal people, immigrants who come here to work because they lost their identities. They pledged to a false maritime corporation and they lost their identities. They the ones lost that seat because they gave up and denounced their religions. In Yugoslavia, they became American and white people, and they made them denounce every damn thing. So they the only black people on earth.
Okay.
There's no other like race. There's no official identity because the identity is denounced.
So what you're basically saying, we have no identity.
I don't know. Who are you?
Okay. I thought we were black Americans. I thought we were African Americans.
But what is that?
Africans that were put in America to build the land, basically.
So Africans that was put in America to build the land.
correct.
So you are African.
I mean, you got African blood. It's just like when you mix.
Are
if
you an African? Are you an African? Where your family traced to Africa?
That I don't know. I've never done the research on that.
Well, if you African, I don't know. You could be Jamaican, Haitian, from the DR. I don't know. You could be French for all I know. I don't know. My last name Gillespie.
So you're a descendant of Dizzy Gillespie?
I'm just a descendant of the Gillespie. There are many Gillespies, yeah. So his name is John. That's John. That's not Dizzy. That's John. That's John B. He's the musician that all these rappers are sampling their music off of without paying dues. Them, Louis Armstrong, and all of the great jazz players of back in the day. That's all. And they're using their names as well. So again, most of these people are foreigners.
Right.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, so
all right, bro, I ain't gonna hold you.
I don't know if you come from the islands or if you come from Africa itself, but the story of how Africa and you became a slave, it didn't happen that way, like they told you. Again, our people
no, absolutely not
servants, and the only time we were indentured, that was to the federal government and to the Red Cross in the early 1900s after the floods. Yeah, after they blew the dams up north and flooded out all the black property and had a reset, they put us on reservations, turned them into Indians and anything but themselves, and began stealing their names, their Bibles, their birth records that was in the Bibles, and began the transition and stuff like that. And still sent their firstborns foreign. When they sent our firstborns across the seas, they became French and under the power of the Vatican. So they were made to denounce their citizenship to become under the power of the Pope, in which the full invasion began.
So basically, that's probably the reason why Lake Mead drying up, because the ancestors is coming back to claim their land.
Well, what do you mean by the ancestors are coming back to claim their land? What do you mean?
Well, you're saying that it was a lot of black communities and establishments by the Hoover Dam, and they flooded. So if you look at Lake, what's happening with Lake Mead, which is what Hoover Dam controls, basically, is drying up.
Cool.
So maybe that's, as they say, maybe the ancestors are coming back to reclaim what they did have at one time.
Which is?
That area.
Now,
I know you said it's many.
How you going to do that?
Well, the water, if you look at Lake Mead right now.
Ancestors going to do it?
Oh, they're doing, maybe they're doing it by drying up the lake.
Okay.
And starting to expose artifacts.
Ancestors are doing this? How?
That's a question you got to ask God.
Oh man, you guys. Okay, thank you for the call, brother. I respect you, and I love the dialogue. Of course, it's just made my tummy tickle sometimes. My man, that's just something you gotta ask God.
Hey, ain't that how they play us though?
I mean,
that's how they play us.
It's either ancestors or God or what. I don't know, but it's a reason behind everything. I give you credit. I give you an E for effort, like Nip say. May get an L, but you got. Oh goodness, I love it. Thank you for the call, chat.
All right, bro. Appreciate you, man. Be easy.
My man, you can't do nothing but smoke a cigar with the gentleman at the local pub. You just get a bunch of men talking like this, they just turn into, what, sir? After everything I gave you, it wouldn't be that's the thing. You see how we disagree and may have not disagreed. It doesn't matter. We're not resorting to gang violence. You get what I'm saying? It's not a temperamental challenge, or it just, for me, when he said it, it made my stomach just chuckle. That's the only way I can describe it. You feel me? The ancestors are not coming back, bro. Hold on, man. This is so funny. This is so funny. My man Sherman say the Most High at work. My man. That's easy to say from a chat room, Tyler. That's easy to say. Oh my goodness. Oh, so we reading the Pope's letter to Obama, you know, or to the corporation itself, pretty much asserting its knowledge and control and bringing them to heal and recognize law and what they are in violation of, and specifically outlawing what groups are at work. It's up to you to realize, okay, what do they control? What do they control? Oh shit, that's all. Well, that's why they're being charged and given 20 years for violating civil rights. They're getting this shit now. It's like, damn, that motherfucking cop got 20 years. Big ones. The other people over there that was doing the lynch mob, they got life. All of them. We used to work, ain't working for them, and they gonna realize that. They gonna realize that. Anybody got any questions on the executive order? Now check this out. Let's go back to reading, since that's why I like showing y'all this stuff, because people be trying. They sure be trying, y'all. Y'all be seeing them. They be trying. That shit is just hilarious the way it don't work no more. Kev is up here. Kev mentality is up here. No orders, executive or otherwise, issued by Barack Hussein Obama pretending authority on the land of American states will while operating as President of the United States Corporation, nor as the President of the United States of America minor. Press 1 are owed any performance by, oh my God, by the Joint Chiefs of Staffs General Ham or any ordinary. All plainly stated grants and contractual authority evident in the Constitution of the United States of America remain in place, subject to good faith performance of the accompanying obligations and treaties. So let me read that again. All plainly stated grants and contractual authorities evident in the Constitution for the United States of America, that was lowercase, remain in place, subject to good faith performance of the accompanying obligations and treaties. That means they're going back to what the Constitution was designed for, maintaining control of the assets of the organic estates, which is the original estates. You, not Indians. You. Say it with me. Me? You. Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory? You. That's your state. Why your mama ain't got nothing? Why we lost our whole heritage? Why they get everything? That's because you're dealing with outlaws pretending and operating as mercenaries, but really a usurping ideological subversion of the organic estates, and the management by the so-called, what you call the what they call them, people who run the estates. This shows the power of church and states, because the estates is tied to the church. (424). Oh, well, let me keep reading. I'm gonna keep reading. If you want to call in, maybe I get you. Okay. Now it make a lot more sense. Mr. Obama is the president quotations, of the Governmental Services Corporation under contract. That's under the law of the Constitution. They're under contract. I told you it was a contract to provide stipulated services to the organic. They're only supposed to have stipulated services towards the organic of the soil states. I get it. Organic states and is on their payroll. That means all federal workers. He otherwise acts as a foreign dignitary representing the United States of America minor. In neither of these capacities is he allowed any granted authority to pose upon American state citizens, endanger American state property, or command mercenary forces on American state soil. Press 1. However, veiled as federal civilian service agencies. You see? No matter if they're civilian aid, police, don't matter. So at this point in time, they're not adhering to their own. Thank you. We're talking to the trustees. Press 1. You ever been in jail and got a trustee? Okay, then. Only the federal agency allowed free egress on the land of the American states is the U.S. Marshals Service, and then only when their personnel are engaged in their duties to protect the U.S. Marshal, male and sworn to act as constitutional officers. So the Marshals uphold the laws of their rules that they're allowed to operate on. So if you have any issue in your state or any of this, they are by law are the only ones. Press 1. Are you filling out a damn complaint? Press 1. And either by the only way they are effective is by running this mail by parcel. Press 1. And by what? This is a beautiful thing.
Thomas.
Coffee and Kush TV. What's your name? Where you calling from?
This Thomas out of Charlotte.
What's happening with you, Charlotte?
I called in to talk a little bit about John Knox and some of the stuff I looked up about him.
Well, you're going to have to call in after I read this. I thought you was calling in pertaining to this. So call me back after I finish reading this, and then I'll give you a go. Thank you for the call. We require Joint Chiefs of Staff to commence measure to disarm federal civilian agency personnel to seize control of vast stockpiles of arms which has been improperly amassed by the Department of Homeland Security. So they know that the Homeland Security is planting and dropping off guns every damn where. They know that. They know that. And got huge masses of guns which are improperly amassed, like a whole little civil army out there. The only federal agency allowed free egress on the land, and boom, boom, boom. Okay, we directed the Joint Chiefs of Staffs to communicate these first 2 general civil orders directly to Mr. Obama, the members of the U.S. Congress, the administration of all federal agencies, the members of the Supreme Court, and those acting as governors to compel their rapid understanding and cooperation. So what's going to happen is they're going to be brought up to speed real fast on what's legal and what they better not be doing. Press 1. Do you understand what I'm saying? They can be brought up to speed real fast. This George Floyd shit, this shit, they're really going down and making everything that's been going on illegal. You see why the federal government said, "Oh, abortion's out of there." See, we out of there. Oh shit. See. Okay. We any expense or damage occurred by these organic states are American state citizen as a result of actions undertaken by any federal agency personnel acting as an armed mercenary on American state soil. So the American state citizen is treated by Constitution. They can't even do, it's like humane rights. They can't even do they citizens like a nigga like this, let alone the organic states. So the white folk, Indians, and this one and that one, you better not abuse them on this land. Do you get what I'm saying? That's here. You better not do nothing. You see what I'm saying? Because even they take care of their maid servants or servants in law, their workers, to uphold a higher value, to be the standard for the whole world. That's why U.S. you got all type of like legal remedies you got to go through before you fucking get the building insurance and all this other wild stuff. And you can't do Mexico. They hop right on you. What, you need 2 houses and a pool? What? Migo, nigga, call Roberto and them right there. We pull up in Mercedes Benzes with rims on them. Come on, what y'all doing? Finna build your house. We got all this wood from Walmart, from fucking Home Depot. Motherfuckers just pull up, no fucking blueprint, they motherfucker right here. Press what? This ain't that. We got standards. We direct the Joint Chiefs of Staff to communicate the First General. Okay, let me see. Any expense or damage incurred by those organic states or any American state citizen, we are the organic states, they are the American, I guess, state citizen as a result of actions undertaken by any federal agency's personnel acting as an armed mercenary on American state soil will be understood as a result of violent crimes committed against the peaceful inhabitants of the land and will occur immediate judgment liquidating the assets of the Internal Monetary Fund, IMF, which is going back to London, and the Federal Reserve, which is here, same one, in payment of the stipulated reparations. Okay? Such crimes shall also be considered contract default, increasing the public debt, subject to bounty. Any and all corporate officers of the United States Capitol or any successor organization, or S, inheriting federal services contracts who support, condone, or promote such crimes against the American states or against American state citizens. You see? The American states is the organic states. Got you. Shall be subject to arrest and prosecution for commercial and violent crimes. All foreign officials operating as elected or appointed officials of the United States of America minor who support, condone, and promote such crimes against the American states or against American state citizens shall be subject to arrest, confiscation of their assets, and deportation to Puerto Rico, Guam, and other states as be willing to receive them. Such foreign officials include members of the American and British Bar Association who are licensed. See, they don't want to go back to Puerto Rico. Like, Kev, we can't even fuck with you. They want to go home. Press 1. Those are the rules. And violent. Let me see. Where did I leave off at? All foreign officials operating. Such foreign officials include American Bar and British Bar Associations who were licensed. Not licensed anymore, to act as privateers against the interests of the American states and the American state citizens from 1845 to 2013.
Not like this. Not like this.
Just gave them ability to work here right now. Who is this Indian you talking of? You see? Caremio, verse 1, they may not make me emperor. I'm slapping the shit out of everybody publicly with a royal robe on. Come here. Bend him down right there. Smack! Press 1, that one for Emmett Till. Press 1, pick him up again. This the ring right here. This the ring that the Pope wears. Smack! Press 1 on live TV. So you want to see a smack contest? We're going to be super chatting. Smack him again, Kev. He looked at you wrong. And fucking Garcetti looked at you wrong. Smack him again when you turned your back, Kev. I'm going to be watching the super chat. You turned your back, Kev, and he back there eyeballing. Smack! Press 1. I'm a higher smack to say it. Smack! Press 1. Fuck that. How could you not be on this type of knowledge and you say you want freedom or equality or Juneteenth or whatever this false sense of freedom you got? You heard me for his glory with a royal robe. This man press 1 like WWF. That's sad. That's all they doing is pretending like WWF. That's all they doing. Lord have mercy. That's why they scared. Press 1, they want to get slapped. Press 1, pimp slap there. Smack! Reparation. Press 1, I don't go to jail for this shit. No, you above the law. You got royal shit. Come here, officer. Read them officers who arrested me. Bring them motherfuckers here. What you arrest me for? Smack! It doesn't matter what you arrested me for. God saved me. Press 1. I'm gonna have them draw me in art form like I existed in 17 AD. One that's right after the great Kevin Gillespie smacked the shit out of Barnabas. Smack! We're gonna finish this story up. Story just don't end. Jesus died and we all, oh man, Jesus, God died. Time to party. You got us fucked up. Let me get back to reality right here. Such foreign officials include members of the Bar Association. That means all these lawyers. But 1845, okay? In flagrant breach of trust. In flagrant, you know what a flagrant foul is? You eject it. You eject it from the game. That's a flagrant. Press 1. Oh, Dennis Rodman does. Press 1. This nigga Ben Wally does. They got us. Press 1. We scared to play with y'all. Press 1. I don't trust you. You gonna do something dirty. Press 1. You gonna Bernard Hopkins me. You gonna Mike Tyson in my ear. You gonna do something. Press 1. It said right here. Nigga, that y'all abused us in 1845 to 2013 and a flagrant breach of trust. Press 1. That's the whole robbery of the gold, World War I, II, nigga, Vietnam, nigga, that's all that. They called you for a flagrant foul. That mean, nigga, you gotta walk. I know black people know what the fuck that mean. You just see your favorite basketball player walking back to the hallway. Press 1 after arguing with the ref. Press 1. We got 2 flagrant fouls on the play. Press 1. False start. Offense. Illegal use of history. Press 1. While the defender was downfield about to catch the touchdown, a pass interference. Press 1. What the fuck, man? Lord have mercy. Could you imagine them happen to admit to you they put you in an organic furnace? Press 1. 1845 is right up our history. All such licenses are now extinguished. The American Bar Association and the British Bar Association, their licenses are extinguished. You know what a fire extinguisher is? The fire extinguisher stops the fire completely. Members of the Bar Association are required to cease and desist assault against the American states and American state citizen and shall be subject to arrest, confiscation, and deportation otherwise. Cease and desist. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Oh, my mama, don't touch me. Cease and desist. Cease and desist. Nah, nigga, what you doing? The cease and desist. Cease and desist. Cease and desist. Not Black Power, Black Lives Matter. Cease and desist. Taj, this nigga goofy as hell. See, it's not Black Lives Matter and this shit here. Cease and desist. Soon as he touch you, he don't even know he finna go home. But you're not using the law. Cease and your microphone on, your camera on. Cease and desist. Desist. That's the right word. Desist. Sir, you gonna license, parole, probation, driver license, but cease and desist. Cease and desist. That's one. Cease and desist. Stop. Cease and desist. Say Black Lives Matter. Cease and desist. They say something legal. Don't just put your hands up and get handcuffed. Press 1. What the fuck is you doing? I'm saying stuff. Fuck all the way there. Press 1. Y'all know y'all going to hell for this, right? I'm in the back seat talking. Y'all believe in Jesus Christ? He just watched what the fuck y'all just did. You better fix it. You going to hell. You know what hell look like? Y'all know y'all been in the Catholic Church. You look like a Mexican and an Asian Mexican. You know. Well, you know what hell is. That's where you going. Press 1 for this travesty. This is what people go to hell for. Fuck jail. You going to hell for this one. In so much as corporate officers operating in the United States of America, Incorporated, and the United States have contrived under conditions of fraud and semantic deceit, that's like algorithmic type shit, to revenue the estates of the American state, to revenue, there's a huge state, a space in between, revenue estates of the American states and the living American state citizens to the foreign jurisdiction of the United States of, okay, next page, America minor. They are found guilty of capital crimes, including acts of fraud, treason, committed between 1933, I told you, that's treason because they betrayed us, in 1945. That's everything I've been saying. That's when it happened. Press 1, and condemned posthumously, in so much as elected officials operating the United States of America minor have similarly committed war crimes against the American states and their peaceful inhabitants. Press 1, and the same during the same time period, and stand condemned. Oh my goodness, y'all going to hell. I told you. I'm telling. Press 1. Paul, I'm telling your father. I know who your father is. Me. I'm telling. Press 1. No enforcement upon the American state or American state citizen is owed as a result of any act of Congress operating as the sovereign government of the United States minor, nor as board of directors or board of trustees of any incorporated entity whatsoever. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh, shit. This type of shit get me going. What? I told you. Facts. Now, here we go. Let's see. Now you get a better sense of the language being used, correct? Right? All right, then. Note that, let me see. All those E states and S states erroneously believed to represent the American states and the American state citizen, in which are conveyed by fraud and legal deceit to the United States of America minor, and recently to the city-state of the United Nations, are revenued without exception to the geographically defined American states and their American state citizen, where they shall remain in perpetuity as assets belonging to the rightful and lawful beneficiaries.
Not like this.
I told you.
Not like
now
this.
You understand. I know you understand because I understand. I'm fucked up. Damn. Do you understand what I'm saying? DJ like, damn, I knew it. DJ like, I knew it, bro. I knew that nigga was gonna be shined up, ready for war. Ready. Got him. Got him. This is the language. What letter? They said it's the goddamn letter. Remember, Amanda? The goddamn letter. Fuck that letter. I don't believe in your Bible. The letter.
Shame. Shame.
You see?
Shame.
The letter. It's a damn letter. We like, what letter? What letter? What letter is it? The letter y'all was just looking at two months ago. Right, what? You feel me? And the letter y'all was just reversing and y'all just read 2 months ago. Go back, hurry up, go back to that. Press 1. See why I don't be playing? Because you got to be able to time shift around this mug. Press 1. The letter, damn. Damn, G. All legal oh my goodness. I don't even. Let me start over. All these estates and estates erroneously revenue without exception. Okay. Boom. To give to their beneficiaries. All legal fiction entities, however structured and named after the American states and American state citizens, are returned to them and their control, free and clear from any debt, promise. What? Come, everybody give me a hug. See? Now, we didn't understand that at first, but we understand now. See where Kev brought you? Now you above everybody else. Your mentality is, you can't say I ain't changed your... Come on now. Press 1. Let me finish reading. This is a beautiful, beautiful letter. All legal fiction entities, however structured, that's all of them. For any debt, encumbrance, or obligations alleged against them as a result of false claims made in their behalf by officers of the United States of America Incorporated and the United States Incorporated, or by any foreign officials operating the United States of America minor or the United Nations city state falsely claiming to represent them or have jurisdiction over them. You see? We note that the current circumstance is in part the result of criminal acts engaged in 150 years ago, which resulted in the commercial enslavement of the African Americans who were summarily claimed as chattel backing U.S. government debt in the wake of the Civil War, despite every act of abolition to enslave its citizens and operate as a rogue state among nations of the world. Instead of freeing the African Americans, the sum total result of the Civil War was vastly expand public sector ownership of slaves, giving rise to the outrageous and improper claims that have been made against the American states and American state citizens that we are dealing with today. It is uniquely fitted that the Grand Army of the Republic is recalled to settle the circumstances in favor of the people. The right to act comes with the responsibility to act. Coffee and Kush TV. Now, under C. Now, she signed this at the bottom of Anna Marie, all this stuff. It says Big Lake, Alaska. Under that, it says under C. Under C. Yeah, we'll get to that later on. 424-20. I still ain't even played the video. 424-209-9506. I still ain't even played the video yet. I might not have to. Hit that Cash App. My cash tag is Gills Gang. Let me get some Cash App shout outs to those who contributed to today's program. Shout out to y'all. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Shout out to you, Miss Nelda Bailey. She's enjoying the broadcast. Tiffany Jones is enjoying the broadcast. Jamie Lee is enjoying the broadcast. Shout out to Jamie Lee. Rashida Taylor, shout out to you. And my main man again, Jason Harris. Shout out to you, my guy. Michael Bell, I think that was last night or this morning, and Mita B and Miss Boykin. I don't remember that name, but that was from last night or yesterday. So do you understand? 424-209-9506. You need to understand. Hold up. We got to go. Miss Hornick supports the broadcast today. Shout out to Miss Hornick. And she says, thank you, sir. You know, it's my duty to wake up every day and to proceed forward in truth. That's my duty. That's my duty. You feel me? Double Up say, boy, you got to call it. That's my duty right there. Wake up every day and get us out of this fucking hellhole that we seem to be tumbling down. The nigga could have been anything they want to be, but I'm this. I'm Kev. We each of us, I'm going to start a book club. Each of us need books. Press 1. We need to read again. Even if it's an audio, get yourself a Kindle. Press 1. They like 50, 60 bucks and get audio books or get something you can just chill with and spend time alone and to just upgrade your mind for a couple hours. For real. I listen to a lot of audio and people think I be just playing video games. I don't. I be listening to shit like, what? I be listening to historians just admit the truth. Like, I don't believe what I just heard. You know, so that's why I come across a lot of this information and those around me do, because it's in our algorithm. Yeah, twerking is somewhere up in there on Instagram, somewhere on the Twitter, some bullshit is going on. Yeah, fight from world stars going on. But in my algorithm, it's like this type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And the people that send me things is based around things that they saw in the world somewhere that relates to what I'm saying. And voila, you know, we got a great show. You know, For His Glory library is getting stacked up. My book will be here today. Let me check my Amazon. Yep. It'll be here by 8 o'clock tonight. Press 1. It'll be here by 8 o'clock tonight. Just to get the wording. Another book every one of us should have, if not digitally, then a soft copy or hard copy, is the Webster Dictionary 1828. So you can get a conception of the language being used to convey what's being said, who is who, instead of just thinking, you know, like, oh, that's a Catholic, those Christians messed up everything and then they was fighting them and this war been going. No, it's a lot tougher than that. And try not to label their little Christian titles, what you would call a Christian title, because they show no respect to what they really were. You might think this is just a Presbyterian, but it's really a prince fighting for your right. So you don't know what's going on. You've got to listen to the arguments used to either enslave you or free you. And by what? What are you using to enslave me from way back then, since its inception? And what did the founding fathers use to free you? This is what we should be knowing. That way you're not just running your mouth when you say cease and desist. You have a long list of linguistics all the way to jail, and then when you get out, because it ain't no charge, you're gonna sue him. Right? You're gonna sue him for everything, and you're gonna sue his ass. He ain't even gonna know. You taking your ass to Puerto Rico or wherever you from, or whatever nation accept your weak ass. Press 1. Nah, I be talking big shit. I get it from my daddy. Press 1. Nigga, what? You know who I am? I'm Mr. fucking Gillespie. Stupid. They like, what? Get in the back of the car. Press button. Get your dumb ass in the back. Do you know who I am, sir? I don't think you ready for this, but you just running your mouth. That's what you doing, officer. Press what? Shit is hilarious sometimes. So, are we good? Are we good? Okay. I don't think I'm going to get around to this script because we ain't even got around to the preambles yet. Press 1. We ain't even got around to the preamble. Yeah, we talking about human rights. So let's get around to the preamble. Shout out to Lewis. Shout out to you and these different preambles of Constitution and of each so-called state that derived from the original 12 or 13, like the sister said. Oh, that's going to be fun to go over today. That's going to be fun to go over today. So let me open this up a little bit, give a little space. And if that's what I say by taking notes. I know y'all be like, why can't writers so hard about taking notes? Because so much gets said and certain individuals are bringing up certain things. So we got preambles and constitutions everywhere. Press 1. We got preambles to state constitutions everywhere. They all derive from the what's the name, but this is the type of shit the Pope is talking about. You got to give credit where the word credit is due, right? At least he called them to task. So you got to think of what language is being said, correct? I'm a great teacher. You got to know. Look at Kel. You got to know what language is being said. Now let me go to 661 Bakersfield really fast. Coffee and Kush TV. You got a question for the professor?
No, I wanted to clarify something from the video the other day. I've been here trying to catch you for 2 days.
Go ahead.
This Britt from Bakersfield.
Oh, shout out to you.
Hey, I appreciate you, Kev. Remember when Miss Bunny, when she started speaking the pig Latin?
Yeah.
All right.
Hold up, man. Hold up. You gotta be an LA nigga. You said you doing all that. Yeah, well, old girl started speaking that pig Latin, right? Yeah. I felt like I was on the block or something. Like, yeah, smoking the blunt. You crazy?
Come on, Kev.
Yeah, my nigga. Go ahead.
Hey, you my guy, man. I mess with you.
My man. I fucks with you.
Come on, Kev. Look though, she said, man, come on, Kev, calm down.
No, bro, I'm just, you know me. You know I'm all in my head right now. I'm like, nigga, but we gonna calm down. And my man from Bakersfield, go ahead, G.
Cause we can't do this to the world, man. I got people at work, they just see me, they just put their head down, start shaking their head. They say, oh, man, there you go.
There you go.
But
smart cuz again.
I'll be asking them questions. Hey, and you know what? Like you said, they confirm everything. Everything. They know what's going on.
So what you calling for right now? What's on your mind, chap?
She said, I just thought Black Edgar the Billionaire.
Oh,
all right.
Yes, that was the pig Latin shit.
Black aged Billionaire is what I got on Google.
What?
And it said, yes, and it went back to Black Lives Matter, the movement to transform heir property laws. And they have a movement going on. The Black Farmers Movement is how they are they're still usurping our land to this day. They're by putting encumbrances on our inheritance.
I'm here, brother. Black land matters, huh?
Yeah, Black age to be in there. Heirs property age is the term. Hold on, I got your screenshot.
Damn, G.
Yeah. The movement to transfer heirs property laws. Yeah, it goes to heirs property and generational land laws. More than 70% of Black Americans don't have wills.
Oh shit! Wills.
Their family bought land one generation after slavery.
What does that mean? Don't have wills?
They don't have a will and testament.
Oh my goodness, you right.
Yeah, they don't have a trust and will and all that stuff set up to keep their
inheritance,
their family out of probation.
Oh my goodness.
When you go to inheritance court, you go to probation and the court divvies your stuff out, and that's what you was talking about. Well, I don't remember if you said it. They 30%. They give you 30% of your stuff, or of your ancestor stuff, your grandma stuff, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And that led me to the dowry, which is you said that America was the wife and she's divorced or she's separated or something like that.
Yeah, how America is a divorced or a widow.
Yeah,
without a husband or head of household.
Okay, and if she's a divorced widow,
yeah,
she under English common law is she's supposed to get a dowry from the husband.
And what's that?
And a dowry is a third of the husband's estate.
Okay, go ahead. We was talking about that. Go ahead.
Yeah, and
could that be the pension?
And then on the pension that they're giving
military personnel who died back in the day, could that be in the third? But I was just freestyling. Go ahead, King.
Yeah, I don't know too much about that. But and then the other day he called in. He said about the SESQV. And if you don't mind, I would like to read a little bit. I have to translate it because it's real old English.
What is it? What is it again?
The SESQV. The trust.
Oh, of 1866. Of 1666. Okay, so let me bring that up on the air so the people can read along with you, and they know what we're talking about here. Go ahead, King.
Okay. It says chapter 11, 18, and 19 of the SESQ Trust. Recital that SESQVs have gone beyond sea and that revisionaries cannot find out whether they are alive or dead. Whereas diverse lords of manors and others have granted estates by lease for one or more life or lives, or else for years determinable upon one or more life or lives, and it has often happened that such person or persons for whose which life for such many years, whose life for such estates have been granted, have gone beyond the seas and so absented themselves for many years that the leaseors or revisionaries cannot find out whether such person or persons are alive or dead.
Oh my God! So pretty much lost at sea.
Correct.
Oh my goodness! My goodness! So that's that again, Mortimer, and all of these things. Go ahead, King.
And that's the salvage.
Oh, that goes back into being salvaged. Go ahead. You absolutely right.
That's the salvage. Leasers and revisionaries have been held out of possession of their gone beyond the seas or so absented themselves for many years that the leaseors or revisionaries cannot find out whether such person or persons be alive or dead, by reason whereof such leaseors or revisionaries have been held out of possession of their tenements for many years after all the lives upon which such estates depend are dead, in regard that the leaseholders or revisionaries, when they have brought actions for the recovery of their tenements. Hold on. This don't have no comments in. I'm trying to put this space in myself.
Okay, I feel you. I see exactly where you are.
Yeah,
okay,
it don't have no punctuation. Tenements for many years. Wait, hold on.
See, they do have punctuation, but you got to be a little long-winded because the conversation is extended. Because everything back in the day was about what? Wording. So everything has to be worded, and it's not to. You can't simplify it. You really got to find the word. You feel what I'm saying?
And they teach us in school.
Yeah, that's why I was talking that way, because I'm naturally kind of like, oh, you got to flow this shit. You got to flow it.
Yeah.
Like rap, flow it.
They tell you don't write. They tell you don't write run-on sentences. That's a run-on sentence you got.
Yeah, it's run-on. I see exactly why. Go ahead. They crazy.
Yeah. The reason whereof the leaseholders, revisionaries have been held out of possession of their tenements for many years after all the lives upon which such estates depend are dead, in regard that the leaseholders or revisionaries, when they have brought actions for the recovery of their tenements, have been put upon it to prove the death of their tenants, when it is almost impossible for them to discover the same, for a remedy of which mischief so frequently happen to such leaseholders or revisionaries. So
go ahead, break it down.
So they're saying basically the conservators or the people who you put your trust into that are supposed to be controlling the estate for the beneficiaries, after there's so much time between the beneficiary and the inheritor, they declare you dead, and then they claim all the inheritance.
No, you just, brother, you like graduated on this like real fast. You absolutely right. So, damn. So
7 years at sea.
You're the phantom ship. You're dead at sea.
Oh,
you in the Dead Sea. You in the Dead Sea. You're a Mortimer.
Oh man, my lifestyle is aquatic.
That's why you pay mortgage. That's why you go to the when you die, you go where? To the mortuary. You go see the who's the guy that cut you open? Who's that?
The mortician.
And then they take everything, your living part, they do what they want to, and what you get? You get a gravestone, which is a ledger.
Oh, that's a receipt.
There you go.
Oh, wow.
There you go, King. They give you your receipt right there. Paid for. Press 1. There you go. And you sold your soul.
Bought and paid for.
Bought and paid for. Sold your soul.
Sold on the open market.
That on the open market right there. Gotcha.
Salvage, and we got salvage title to this property.
That's right. Because nobody has claimed you, and you just dead man walking, and you have no idea.
So, are we the estate then? I'm the estate.
Well, yes. Which estate are you? Minor, major? We'll figure that out. But yeah,
that's the and then when you said about the whole body, my brain went to you got either you're gainfully employed, you have a prosperous businessman, and then you have the landowners
and the politicians who the businessmen basically are supervising for.
Bingo.
Like in a way.
Bingo. And you live it.
The overseers.
It's kind of like you know how we live in apartment buildings and shit, or in a rent man, we really don't even see him because you pay your rent, ain't no reason to see the motherfucker. Really, it's the same thing. You lived it.
You never see the landlord.
You don't ever see the landlord. The landlord gone way on the other side of town, some goddamn where with 10 other properties, and he worried about press one. So that's it's the same. It's no different. They got all this from us. It's the same principle. Just you pay your principal, and you'll never stop paying it because it's a foreign nation. Go ahead. Foreign bank.
True.
An illegal bank. That's why when you got a car note, you paying off your principal. This third party shit. That's why Nip said cut the middleman out. He went with that middleman. Nigga, I know a way, nigga, we can get all this. This shit like the dope game. I know where you get all this. You don't want no nigga from South Central or the East Coast or none of the Democratic minded niggas to wake up to the game. You know?
And start controlling things and moving stuff around.
Naturally.
Because the niggas, because if we get it, or if a guy like that get it, he gonna take care of the poor as well.
Exactly. So check this out. You from wherever you from in the world, now you own governor status. How the governor ride around?
Oh, with security.
All right then. What the fuck everybody else ride around with that type of access to your estate?
Oh, they gotta protect them so they can protect us.
Protecting the bag, nigga. Fuck the body there.
Oh, what so they could protect the estate? True.
That's facts. That's the bag.
And then I had seen something too about the guy that called in. He was saying about the medallion.
Go ahead.
Who can execute a medallion signature guarantee? This is unusual notarial request. I believe it's from famstate.gov. Fam.state.gov. 7fam 89 unusual notarial request. Notarial request. Who can execute a medallion signature guarantee? When selling or transferring securities, the signatures of investors on stock certificates must be guaranteed by a financial institution participating in the medallion program approved by the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. An eligible guarantor, institution, bank, stockbroker, savings and loan officer, or credit union must have a membership in an approved signature guarantee medallion under SEC Rule 1780-15. Entities with membership in an approved signature guarantee medallion program must arrange a surety bond and apply for and receive acceptance as a program guarantor. The guarantor institution must then obtain the necessary equipment required to perform the medallion signature guarantee function. And it says...
So the medallion is what? What is it? Is it a stamp? Is it a seal? I know what a medallion is with Nas. I know he crowns himself king with a medallion, but what is it?
The medallion.
They say, a seal.
It's a seal on the documents, on the parchment. It just says a signature program authorized to affix a medallion imprint. That's it. When they emboss the paper, when they put that, the raised parts on it.
When they put that what?
The raised, like,
in that bottom corner where they stamp the paper, but they kind of crinkle it into a design where you can feel it, where it's 3D, like it's like braille.
Okay, I got you. Like an official, like how the state be doing it without it being glamoury sometimes, without the sticker looking thing. It's that more fine thing, like officially imprinted on the paper.
It's in the paper, yeah.
Yes, it's in the paper. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's in the paper. It's not no sticker. It's not that wax stamp that they show you on TV. It's in the paper. A medallion signature guarantee is not a notarial service. It should not be confused with a corporate acknowledgement executed by a corporate officer before a notary public or a U.S. State Department notarizing official authorized to administer oath. A medallion signature guarantee is a special signature guarantee for the transfer of securities. It is a guarantee by the transferring financial institution that the signature guarantee is genuine and the financial institution is in good standing. I'll paraphrase the last part. I got Kev rolling on my screenshots, man. Every time you talk about something, I got your channel, your picture still up on the page.
I know how that is. People do that all the time. I know it.
Yeah, I don't want to miss nothing, man.
They're validating what the Pope letter was all about. It's like the Pope letter exposes this whole fraud of how they took the assets and did whatever they did with them. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I'm going to jump back to the SESTA-QV. It's a second little paragraph under there. SESTA-QV remaining beyond sea 7 years together and no proof of their lives, judge in action to direct a verdict as though SESTA-QV were dead. If such person or person whose life or lives of state have been or shall be granted as aforesaid shall remain beyond the sea or elsewhere absent themselves in this realm by the space of 7 years together and no sufficient and evident proof be made of the lives of such person or persons respectively, and any action commenced for recovery of such tenements by the leaseholders or revisionaries. In every such case, the person or persons upon whose life or life such estate dependent shall be accounted as naturally dead, and in every action brought for the recovery of
oh my God! So if that person beyond 7 years is recovered, then all of their assets and things shall be returned to them. Is that what I hear?
Hold on.
I'm not sure if that's what I heard, but I'm getting
because it is kind of tricky because this second sentence, these last two sentences.
Could you do me a favor? I know it's kind of tough because it's hard for me to read that bullshit. But could you read that part over?
Okay. SESTA-QV remaining beyond sea for 7 years together and no proof of their lives. Judge in action to direct a verdict as though SESTA-QV were dead. If such person I'm going to simplify that person's part. Okay, I'm going to just say if such person, we're going to talk about the singular man. If such person for whose life such estates have been granted as aforesaid shall remain beyond the sea or elsewhere absent themselves in this realm by the space of 7 years together and no sufficient and evident proof be made of the lives of such person, respectively, and any action commenced for recovery of such tenements by the leaseholders or revisionaries, and no sufficient evident proof be made of the lives of such person or persons respectively, and the action commenced for recovery of such tenements by the leaseholders or revisionaries. In every such case, the person upon whose life such estate depended shall be accounted as naturally dead, and in every action brought for the recovery of the said tenements by the leaseholders or the revisionaries, their heirs or assignees, the judges before whom such action shall be brought shall direct
direct the jury to give their verdict as if the person so remaining beyond the sea or otherwise absenting himself were dead.
Got you. Got you. So they transfers the assets of a dead person if the person isn't alive, isn't claimed in 7 years or something like that shit.
Correct. Yeah, that's exactly it. And that's what on the Iliad and the Odyssey. When he was going back and forth to sea, and I think he one time he did leave for 7 years, and they thought he was dead, and when he came back, it was like a ghost. And I don't know if his wife had moved on or what, but they was trying to do something. There was another man trying to push up on his wife to get control of the estate, I believe.
Remember that movie. Go ahead.
Yeah. And he came back and whatever, claimed it, squashed all that. And then
dude had his whole name and everything.
Yeah. And that's what you say, that they, and like she said, like Bunny said, what did she say? The corporation cannot, they don't make names, they make things.
They make things.
And when they make these things, we give them the name through the salvage and the registration.
Wait. Okay, so we give them names by breed.
Registering. Yeah.
Like the doctor visit thing, the pregnancy.
Yeah, exactly.
There it is.
Breech hole.
Yeah, there it is.
The breech hole theory. Yeah. But yeah, that's what I got right now, Kev.
Rightly so. Thank you for the call, champion.
Appreciate you.
My man. Big knowledge right there. Big knowledge. Knowledge and wisdom. And he on that right there. Law of revisions. And people, we got to start getting into that. Ain't nothing better, right, ladies, than hear a brother from the street reading and talking some political, legal, set free, look what I got to do type of shit. Like, that's the best thing in the world, is to have black men minds focused on what's real. Well, nigga can be cool 24/7. Nigga throw the hat on, throw the shoes on, ain't nothing to be cool. That's who you is. But that's a part of you, but that's not who you really, that's not your life. That's not what you using your coolness for, It's really for all the females. The cool shit for the women, so do it for them. If you scouting, that's what you do. Shit. Look, a real woman want a man who can think. Bingo. And thinking don't mean that don't have no look to it. A woman know exactly when she hear that shit, like, what? Just like businessmen hear great ideas from niggas just talking at the grocery store. You just talking and somebody say, damn, that's right. You don't know, because you just got, you live in an entertainment rather than a business mindset where you can take that and become profitable. So yeah, Webster's Dictionary. Oh yeah, the preambles. So listening to the preamble and all of these great things, I guess we'll get around to the movie later on, but I guess we'll get around to that. But she gave us so much information yesterday that I can't really go past this preamble situation we got right here. Okay, so we all know, let's say the preamble of the United States of America, right? We the people. But what was the people at the time? Press 1. These, I believe that, I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is the contract by which they're allowed. So this would be the people entitled to rights and provisions while working for this corporation for humanitarian aid. We're getting the corporation is what? Nothing more than Italy, France, and the Italian church and all that. You know, a way for them to... Let me stop. But you got to understand, okay, we the people. Okay, so you got to know the preamble to what? The 50 states, the Constitution, or what? The 12 or 13 original colonies, or the estates. Press 1, or the organics, which is the original. Press 1. So you got to know, okay, so you need to know the preamble from the original. But I want to show you a little more. We the people of the state of Alabama, invoking the favor and guidance of Almighty God, do ordain and establish the following constitution. Whatever. Look at this one. Alaska. We the people of Alaska, grateful to God for those who founded our nation and pioneered the great land. Whatever. Here it is. We the people of the state of Arizona. Now what is the difference? We the people of Alaska. Look, we the people of the state of Arizona. Now watch that. We the people of Alaska. You see? We the people of the state of Alabama. Now it's up to us to understand what is the difference. We the people of the state of Arkansas. We the people of the state of California. We the people of Colorado. We the people of Connecticut. Press 1. Through the divine goodness, all men have been nature and divine right of worshiping and serving their creator according to the dictates of their conscience. And of course, they wrote this one. Florida say, we the people of the state of Florida. Georgia say, the perpetuate and the principle of free government ensure justice. See, we the people of Hawaii. You see? So what's the original colony? Can we go there? Can we go? Now we should be looking for like the 13 colonies. What was the colonial practices of their preambles and the stuff back in the day? So that's a big thing that I feel that we got to look into as far as wording goes. Because there are some states that are... We are the people of the Commonwealth. Press 1. I've seen that. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm like, who is that? PA. See, Pennsylvania. We, the people of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Grateful to Almighty God for the blessing of civil and religious liberty. Press 1. And humbly invoke his guidance, do ordain and establish this Constitution. So I think that we as black folk need to understand, what y'all call black folk, understand what the difference is. That's why I brought this up. Because we're dealing with estates, capital, estates minor, major estates, organic states, the state put on top of you to govern the estates. And it's important for we to understand the trinity of manipulation, as I call it. The trinity of religious manipulation is what I call it, by way of incorporated misdeeds. Press 1, and that's what the Pope. There's nothing for you to worry about. Ain't nothing you can do. I'm just helping you understand what's going on. This stuff has been going on and being uncovered over the last, since 2014. But it really got activated 2020. And then all of a sudden, everybody started dying. Press 1, and dying, and this one, and mask on. Press 1, Coffee and Kush TV. You're on the air.
Hi, Kevin. How are you, Miss Chris?
I'm blessed. What's your name? Where you calling from?
I am Chris C. Lewis.
What's going on?
Pennsylvania. Okay, I'm calling because I wanted to talk a little bit more about the preamble and actually what Ms. Bernice was saying yesterday about the state citizen and then the trust and all those things.
Go ahead.
The preamble. Okay, first of all, the things that she was speaking of was pertaining to the Constitution for the United States, and that was for the states that united after the state constitution that she was talking about. Like for the state citizens was before the United States Constitution came together, which I think it was 1871 was the United States one. Like I'm from Pennsylvania, so we actually look at the Declaration of Independence of 1776, and then the state of Pennsylvania, I think it was 1777 or something like that, because it's so many different dates, and I think that we've been bombarded by different things, so we could not keep the line. But overall, the main thing that I have noticed is that with the state, it always says all men are born created equal for independence and certain inherited and indefeasible rights. So, and liberties, I don't have my notes in front of me. So
okay, you're all right. You're all right.
So, with that saying, the Constitution for the United States does not is for corporations. The state Constitution is for men.
Yes.
So, so men had was born in land. With the state, most of the people for the United States weren't even. They had to go through Ellis Island to get, and not even just Ellis Island. Just they had to come over here and take from us, because it's a thing that's called, and it's called the Mayflower Compact or something like that. That tells the breakdown. That's and they got that dated back to 1600. So all I'm saying is, my main thing is when they say that we need a will. There is a will. Our will is the last will and testament. And when you come into the state court or the state come into the land court, which is normally the municipal, and every state, and I'm going to say nation, it has their own land court. And within their communities, like if you're at the municipal court or something like that, where they keep the land records and the land deeds act. So we have to know law. We have to know God's law, but we also have to know the law and principle that was governed through God's law.
That's right.
And that brings us to the point of when you always say that we have to know law, we have to know that where we're supposed to go when we have to deal with situations, even within their statutes. And I'm gonna bring it forward because I'm sorry that I don't have my notes, but I left out. And long story short, anyway, so 28 USC 1333, I think it is, tells you that it has district court and it has itself lowercase. Not that does that have any meaning, but it says district court of United States. Most of the courts we go to say United States District Court. So anything that has the United States in front of it, that's not for me. I don't know how to not tell people. I just know what I know, and I know what I've read and believe in. So I'm not trying to tell nobody.
They're explaining it right now, even with the Pope's letter to Obama was what they call it, civil orders. They're explaining to you right there, capital and lowercase and minor and major and what's this and that. So people gotta want to pay attention to the obvious and become who they supposed to be. Go ahead.
Exactly, and the main thing is if we take ourselves from the entertainment and start putting ourselves in the principles and laws that God teach us and tell us, everything will be fine. But we don't. We choose to do not what God tells us. We choose to do what someone else tells us. Now,
well, we ignore the law. The simple way is we ignore the individual law, how to conduct yourself, and the legal aspect of law, and we totally lost focus of our purpose in this world, which is law and morality and liberty and I guess the republic of living like righteous. you know, and be a beacon of hope to the world.
Upright moral standing, respectful people. We're not supposed to follow. We're supposed to be the example that have others to follow.
That's
if
right.
This was our land.
I'm tired of watching Queen Elizabeth come out in that pretty garment, that nice crown, and she don't even relate. Ain't nothing she struggle or with or nothing. Like what they got to do? Why God love her? If that's the case, like what the hell? And I think
God only love her.
Yeah. So I think they just stole it, and I think it's ours, and that's just, you know, me and my a weird historian mindset, but I'm in agreement with you.
No, it's not weird or anything. It's the truth. See, when the truth comes out and it hasn't been spoken in so long, it makes people look at and doubt, or people question or try to show what they know, that to defer the truth from being spoken and stated. But when you sit down and you do your own research, and I'm going to tell you, the definition will lead you right back to where you should go, and it leads you right back to the Bible. Because even with the Webster, even with the etymology, it's other different dictionaries that you can look into, but it leads you right back to a moral standing, God righteous individual. And once we realize that we can't be followers of the world, that the world right now is in Satan is controlling this system, and that we should remove ourselves, get out of Babylon, then we'll know how to stand up accordingly.
That's right.
Because there's no particular, because everybody, when I say everybody, every nation came and still is coming against it.
Can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
So on your way of leaving Babylon, do you want anything from Babylon?
No.
Oh, I'm just asking a question.
No, sir. No, sir.
What do you want the ability to be free, or do you want something like a check? What do you want?
Let me tell you something. First of all, the only check that someone that they can give to me, that they take it from me, is an unlawful check in the first place. It's a stolen property check. So why would I want that? And secondly, if we are wanting to be given something back from someone who has oppressed us, then you don't even want to get out. Just go ahead and get down with it and keep it moving, because it's a waste of energy and time, and you're not understanding and knowing what God has for us. The fake money that they have, and it's not just the Bitcoin and all that stuff. The FRN is not the money of God. That's the gold and silver. Ain't nobody talking about returning no gold and silver. And also our land. They don't even talk about our land. People want, I want to come up and listen. If you want to know how to deal in commerce, they tell you even how to deal in commerce without paying taxes. I don't even know why people don't even see that. You can be under their little world or whatever and still not have to pay taxes if you just know how to read and write and understand what their little laws are telling you, because it's ways out. Trust me, it's ways out of it. I don't pay taxes.
Well, that's the point of it, is to put yourself in. No, I don't know why everybody was mad at Trump when he said, what's wrong with y'all? Y'all want to pay all this stuff? I don't know what's wrong. None of it going back to you.
None of it. Not something that is going to someone else. And as far as like with the court system, how can you can't give a corporation authority over a living man?
Come on.
I know who you are.
So you know what they got to do? Say that again. They can't put corporate authority over you. So you know what they got to do? They got to kill you. They got to make you a Mortimer. So they catch you at birth. So they arrange to and snatch you right out the womb.
So as you at birth, no one can have a contract, because see, they deal in commercial law, and it has to be in the proper court. We have to know law, so you got to know if you are in the Article 1 court, 3, 4, or whatever court, to know who you are, to how you represent yourself and your family.
Yes.
So once we comprehend that, and then realize that commercial, you need a contract. And if any time they say something to me or within our family and household, what authority do you have to come against us? And so with the contract, or so with the corporate selectile, because that's the only way. If I kill someone, then they have a right to come get a sister or a brother. But other than that, how can I help you? Because now you're infringing upon my privacy and my
right, my
rights.
individual right and sovereignty.
But if you don't know your rights, you lose them.
That's right.
That's why we lost.
Just the same way. If you ignorant of the law, it's no excuse. If you ignorant of your rights, they'll trample all over you. Corporatism and the corporation walk all over the individual person.
And so as I was listening to Miss Bernice, and she was saying some things, but after I started like researching, I was like, you know what? Hold, wait a minute. She's talking about from a standpoint that doesn't even involve a person who has the knowledge and understanding. So if after a certain point, you can stop them right there and say, those things does not apply to me because we did not come from foreign land. Yeah. We did not come through their system.
We didn't go through Ellis Island and none of these things.
Correct. We're not lost at sea.
That's right.
Even and if we are lost at sea and we finally know how to swim and get up and get from the drowning of the water, then it is ways that you do it and you present it in the proper places. And I'm gonna say this: it's right there in the book. It's the court that you put yourself into, and not that. See, it is when I first was learned, and I'm like, this is weird, this is crazy. But I went off of faith. And I went off and I used the Bible. To get out my family and my son was in a situation because I already knew that another corporation worker agent was not going to help me because they already tied in with them. So,
well, it's a part of the bar.
So, that's right. Yeah. I'm not crossing the bar. I'm not, and we have to get together and work together and know that it's not about how much we know. Because, to be honest, if we work in their system, we don't know nothing because they switch up every day.
Well, that's okay. That's okay. But it's everything has its time. So and in time as right now, it's all revealing itself, and the people have to come to the realization. And which they are. So I commend the people themselves. I give the students and the people themselves just for having interest in it, because we can be listening to so many other things, but this is how many people is here trying to figure it out.
But I am going to say this. I'm going to say this. For a long time, I kind of done things by force, by some being put in situations. Kevin, I was like, what the world? But when my child, my 16-year-old son, introduced me to Carroll University and Carroll Station, and I just thank God for just how the way that you, and I know who you were, because God told me, and it's no faking or making. It ain't about being important and all that. I'm trying to do God's will, and I know God has put you here to instruct those that are trying to do His will, to instruct us into the next level we're supposed to go into. And I thank you. And whatever I can do, and whatever I know, and I don't know nothing but what I know. I just know what I know, but I just know that if we all come together, it's going to be beautiful, and the things that are not supposed to be with will be taken away, and just pray and keep God first and to cover all of us, because it's not just one, it's the whole world against keeping this truth coming forth. But
that's true.
With God, it ain't nothing they can do.
No.
So I thank you, and only thing I can say is it is a way out of everything.
That's right.
And it's a state that was here on the land that the forefathers or that the king gave, and they contacted the king. See, they contacted with the king to even be here, to set up some 13.
Well, of course.
And then that's when they did the thing to us and came and attacked upon us. So all I'm gonna say is thank you, and I look forward, and I just can't wait to what the future brings. And have a good day.
Thank you, Quinn. It's a beautiful time when you get a sister like that. That's called excitement. That's joy, because you see That's how I know people get a full understanding. She get it. It had you talking like that, G. It's important. You know, what is this maritime? What is this more? This Mickey Mouse? How Mickey Mouse got more sovereignty than me? That's not working no more. I'll be damned if I die on this earth and Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck got more status than me. You got me fucked up. Here I am in the hood, growing up and living life. Press one, and these fools putting on costumes, dressing up. I'll be damned. Y'all can go out like that. I'm not going out to Goofy and them. I'll be damned, bro. Fuck that. I'm telling. Nigga, Walt Disney is Adolf Hitler. Fuck that. That's his funny looking ass right there. Ran off with the money and gave y'all cartoon characters. Press button. Ran off. They was back in the day changing outfits. Press one. Right, these folks ain't shit. Devil ain't shit. They were putting on glasses trying to be different people. Adolf Hitler took his mustache off and did his hair like this. Press one. You wouldn't know who that motherfucker was. That motherfucker came out as heavy as Truman like this. Hey, y'all. Guess what? We got robbed for all the gold. Press one. And guess who took it? Adolf Hitler. Press one. And guess where Hitler at? And they say he killed himself. Press one. But look. Tell him, Roosevelt. We got a new deal. Press one. Check this out. How many of y'all want to make America work for you? You work for America. Press one. Guess what? You ain't got no choice. Watch out. Here come the flood. Watch out. Now you got to go work at indentured service. Press one. If we catch any one of you niggas walking around with no job, guess where you going? To the internment camp. Where you go? Press one. To the internment camp. You ain't got no job. What the fuck are you doing? How you gonna have a job and it's fucked up out here, sir? Ain't got no excuse. Get in the wagon. Bam. Press one. Then they go to the companies who need workers and say, we got free people working off their debt over here. Press one. Remember that movie Life? That's what this shit is about. Working off your debt. Your whole life is debt. You got a debt card. You trying to call it a debit card. That motherfucker had to say debt. Press one. That mean underwater. Under the sea. Under the sea. Yeah, you don't know how much fun you can be. Under the sea. Press one. Under the sea. Press one. Y'all was goofing around dancing to that shit. Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata. All right, keep playing. Y'all know all the words. Press one. I wish I swim upon the water, and I can go down, daughter, no matter how far I try. Y'all a bunch of children. Me too, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. God said be ye like children, bro, and figure it out. So we gotta figure this shit out through fucking Scooby-Doo antics and wrestling, I guess. I don't know why I do the way I do it. Just what it is. Just what it is. Shout out to y'all. Now, I could put this little movie on, but I think we've done enough research for the day. We've been online for 3 hours and 21 minutes, and I think that's enough. I think that's enough, and that just makes it even more great for later on today or tomorrow, because it's time for me to eat. I ain't ate breakfast or lunch yet. It's time for me to eat, and I hate to be eating in front of y'all barbecue, chicken wing, press what? Apple pies or some type of peach cobbler or something. I'm hungry. I do. Anybody want to call in? I am going to be here for the next 10, maybe 15 minutes, or maybe 3 if nobody calls in. But shout out to the people in my Cash App who support this broadcast today. Shout out to y'all. Hey, Dizzle, shout out to y'all, bro, for all the knowledge and what? For all the knowledge, always, big bro. He at work. Dizzle at work with his hat crooked. Shout out to y'all picking up boxes and things. Jamil Ibrahim, shout out to you. Miss Hornick, shout out to you. Miss Jones, shout out to you. Miss Bailey, yes, shout out to you. Oh, mom, she crazy. Rashida Taylor, shout out to you. Mr. Harris, shout out to you. And anybody else who's about to contribute, and I may be on or off the air, blessing to y'all. But understanding the preamble and a different language when we listening to this woman. I got part 2 right here, but I would rather create a new show and start with this, so I can come back after lunch and put it on, depending on how many of y'all coming back. I could play part 2 if y'all gonna be here. You know, if it's worth my time, I got 5 hours every day. You got me? So we can do a stop, take a break, and put the flick on over lunch. I sit in the background. You heard? Start a new show. We'll check in the class early. We'll be focused. We know the language a little better than we did last week. So you should be able to understand, get a hint of her sarcasm, her little sneaky little jokes. It's not about feelings, because if you was them, you probably did the same thing. Press 1, it's about waking up. It's about realizing over your feelings. So 424-209-9506. I'm here for the next 5 minutes. And if so, we'll start that movie up, and I'll start it. If I start this page up and we get like 50 quick likes or more, I'm really starting. I'm not playing around. But I gotta eat. You feel me? It's time to eat. 424-209-9506. Come on. I know a few of y'all got some questions or something. Somebody out there, Ali out there, somebody out there got a question. Press 1. Ali like, damn, I gotta read the law too? Dang, man, I thought I was just gonna read the Bible. No, the law too. Press 1. Ali trying to get out of here with that 1963 Bible reading contest. You gotta know the law. Press 1. You gotta exert authority around. You heard that nigga who called in earlier? That nigga probably got braids and tattoos all over his goddamn scrabbles all over his face, goddamn it. But guess what? Nigga applied that law. Nigga's an upstairs citizen. Like Tupac said, we turn bad boys to grown men. Now you feel fucked up judging the book by its cover. See? Now you can either look like King AK-47, uneducated, not really, all he knows about sex, to the brother we cleaned up. We got a cleaned up brother. We gave him law. He went on a rampage. All I hear in his phone is this. And then I went to, is all I want to hear when you talk to me. And then I went back to these other notes. Press 1. My brain working. My brain works. I can't stop it. Press 1. I'm turning pages, Professor. I can't stop my brain from working. I'm just like I'm solving things. I understand stuff now. Press 1. Slow down, son. You ever seen The Matrix where Neo was hyperventilating? Oh, son, save him. Press 1. Get him out of there. You gotta get him, bro. Come back. So snap out of it. Waterboard. Water. Get him water. Press 1. Get him up. They fucked up. This shit, this fucking information of waking up will make your head pop if it's not controlled. Trust me. You got people right now walking around destroying everything in the house. Oh, what's wrong with me? When I hate using my brain. Press one of my trolls right now. I hate Kev. This nigga always making us think, bro. This nigga making smart cool again. Motherfucker, I hate this nigga making me think a lot. Press one. I hate thinking, bro. That should make my head hurt. Press one. Ain't mad at me. Condemning himself. That's how you Antichrist is. Y'all just like that. Just dummies. Oh, man. Stop, man. I hate you. You think too much. Man, ain't nothing like a motherfucker tell me I think too much. I'm a grown-ass person. That's what I'm supposed to do. Let me ask you something.
Unknown caller.
If your ass use 10% of your... Here's a pop quiz, Democrat. If you only use 10% of your brain and all your friends say, motherfucking you think too much, how much brain is they using? Coffee and Kush TV, you're on the air.
What do you say, brother? Hey, I hope you come back and play that video number 2, man. I was waiting on it the whole time. So.
I'm going to play the video number 2. I just had to order me some lunch.
Eat your barbecue, whatever you need to do, bro. Let's go.
Just play the... All right, I'm going to play the number 2. As soon as they pulling up, I'm going to restart the stream, and we ready to go.
So what I did want to say is that, you talk about emancipation and major and minor, the women out there, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, okay, there you go. I wonder with the women out there what they think minor means. You know what I'm saying? Because there's obviously more women in the world than men. And so you know that most people think minor means less than or less people. You know what I'm saying? But it's just wordplay. It's really minority, like you said. You're a child. You're not a man. And so how women kind of let that slide to me is a weird thing. It's like, yeah, you guys are the majority. You know what I'm saying? But that word minor and majority, that's like a stock thing, or like you own a company. So it's basically saying that you really only own 49% of your person, your wealth. We own 51.
Yeah.
So we are majority owner. We're not. You're the minority owner.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
Being a child. So I just thought that was interesting. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
Also, when you're talking about the being a supreme being, that go back to the video yesterday when she said, A got to pay B, or you talked about Beyonce. Supreme being is just, to me, like what she's saying, like it's not a name on it, it's a thing. You see what I'm saying? So I look at you supreme. You see what I'm saying? We kind of use that word, throw it around, but that's what being a supreme being to me is. Like I said, I kind of be on the words a lot,
Yeah. And, we still figuring it out. And
absolutely,
you may be more right than anything. So, yeah, might be.
And lastly, the thing with the United States, you reading the document, you talking about the United States minor. The minor means that the outlining territory, basically, of the United States. So, if you know anything about the IRS, they're not actually, their headquarters is not on U.S. soil. They have to be off the soil to kind of perpetrate what they're doing to state
because it's illegal on the soil to do what they're doing.
Correct.
Gotcha.
Correct. So that's why he kept saying, when you was reading, it kept saying U.S. minor, U.S. United States minor. So that's another thing that I thought was kind of interesting. But I ain't going to hold you up. Hope you lunch get there soon, man. I got a few more things I can say, but I'm going to let you go ahead and go home. But
Thank you.
Appreciate
and
everything
if you got any questions after I play that video coming up next, feel free to call back in and dialogue.
Oh, I'll be right there waiting. I'm waiting. I got my free, simple, absolute.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get right myself, bro. I'm like, wait a minute. I need a burger or some onion rings or something. Shout
All right,
out to
man.
you,
Take
man.
care, though.
For sure. See, that's what it's all about, bro. So I'm going to stop this stream now. Shout out to the contributors to the program. Shout out to my man Jason Harris for always contributing to the show. Getting my coffee. It gets cold, but I still drink my coffee. The people in the chat room for chatting. Shout out to the callers. It don't get no much better than that. I mean, we had one caller who was hating, but you know, he'll come around. And next time he'll call, maybe he'll have more respect for our university that we built together. You feel me? A lot of these people ain't got respect for me nor you. You know, these people want to be stars rather than being. I told you we was gonna make smart cool again. All that making the class laugh, that shit didn't get us nowhere in school. Press 1. We failed every damn thing listening to you niggas who like to be class clowns. Press 1. Nah, bro, make smart cool again. Yeah, we put our best. See, they ain't got no outfits. They hide themselves. See, they not showing themselves approved. For the ladies, you feel me? Them niggas over there in the cut behind the bungalows playing hanky-panky games. Press 1. When they need to be out here on the front line, they need to get from behind the bungalows with Sinetta and them and come on out and quit hiding. Shout out to my man from the Star Report who called in. At least he got some damn intelligence, are trying his best to spark. I told you he got that ignition. You know, that 1987 Camaro Thunderbird, press 1, that Thunderbird engine with the broke transmission, but it started after a few cranks. You got to get him cranked up. Coffee and Kush TV. Shout out to the contributor, Nicole Critterman. Yeah, she say shout out to you. Shout out to you, though. Dishes, JCI Dishes. I don't know how to pronounce that, but yeah. And Fleming, shout out to y'all. Coffee and Kush TV, the Urban Conservative, Channel 54, any affiliation with us, we thank y'all. And as always, family, I holla.